Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Alberta Squid Swamp Ice Rink Season 9 LAN 2. It's a lot to introduce people to. I just assaulted them with words. And to help me assault you with words today, I have a special guest today. Imported him from his home.
Which is not far. Yeah.
We have Stu.
Hello. Welcome back. We are going to start off today with My Nautical Romance and Childish Clambino.
Yeah.
So mid-season, our kind of, tipping point for the LAN season. We're going to start seeing if teams are getting better, starting to stagnate, seeing if people are still coming and practicing and working. So we'll start to see who might be on track to be the strongest team by the end of the summer.
Yep. And per tradition, to really figure out who the strongest team is, it is going to be the final LAN. The final match is going to be fist fight in the parking lot.
Right. I mean, that's the real determinant.
Yep.
We can play games, play video games, but we gotta get out there and find out for real.
I think we should do this like chess boxing. A round of Splatoon.
Yeah,
round of boxing. Boxing's 1v1 though. So
can we come up with a team blood sport that we can throw in there instead of some kind, like a melee of some sort?
Maybe. I'd love to do say paintball. That's expensive though, and maybe a little. I don't know if Splatoon players would be into paintball. I think it might be a little outside their wheelhouse.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the what's appealing about paintball, honestly.
My favorite is figuring out the flavors of each of the colors. Anyways,
okay.
I agree. I'm excited to see how these teams play because for me, I was not able to come to the last LAN.
Me neither.
I've been very busy. So this is going to be my first time and Stu's first time.
Neither of us know what's happening at all.
I have a bit of an idea because thankfully Zamurai has done us a huge solid and given us these wonderful sheets that show the matchups from last time as well as everybody's name and who's on which team and stuff like that. So
okay, so we do know what's happening.
Yeah, we have some vague ideas of what's happening or what could happen, and we'll figure it out from there. So this matchup last time it was My Nautical Romance came up on top. So that is I'm interested to see how Childish Clambino plays. Looking at both teams, like they've both got strong players on them, and I think both teams have I could see some chemistry with like the players themselves. So it's going to come down to how much have they been practicing in the meantime and how they're feeling today,
Yeah, I mean, we're creeping up on 2 years into this game's life cycle now, and we did have a lot of players in these teams who came into the community with the launch of Splatoon 3 and have now been playing these ice rinks for a few seasons, have been playing online for a few seasons. So now people have started to know each other. People have started to know how their teammates play, started to also know how their opponents play. And so you get to see that longitude of progress and experience. And so we're jumping into it. Splat Zones, Inkblot Art Academy, My Nautical Romance, and Childish Clambino.
Yep. So let's see what's happening. I am very much out of the date with the meta, and I see a white splatter shot, which scares me.
Okay, so
I
think
is?
this is from side order. So I think it's a normal splatter shot, and it just looks like that.
Okay.
And all the white weapons will be the vanilla kit of their weapon, with a bit of flair. Color is out. It's 2024. We're all just
monochrome now.
Monochromed.
Yeah.
So we will trade in the zone there. Looks like Clambino is winning. Had the zone for 20, but it's a lot of players down on both sides here, so they're still contesting. And Nautical Romance is able to cap and is pushing up onto the plat here. But a little bold. Two of them go down, and it looks like Clambino at full strength is going to be able to pressure the zone. Yeah,
we got specials coming out on Clambino's side, and they easily cap that zone, able to get it back under the control, and now they have tons of turf to push up with the soda pop on their side. There's the power of caffeine and Monster running through their blood.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the backline battle of Clave and Shadow here. Clave has been a long-time user of that ballpoint with the Inkjet kit, and using the Inkjet really effectively in this zone with lots of high terrain to float above. But Chargers do love to try and find angles on Splatlinks, so it's going to be an important battle here. Romance holding the zone for quite a while now. They're down to 35, and Childish Clambino trying to use specials to retake now.
Samurai here getting chased by a shooter of some sort, does get taken out. That was, the wipeout. Here we go. So now they have control back. Childish Clambino pushing up front here. Oh,
Argonaut, yeah, realizing that they have the drink aura on them there, so trying not to give themselves away.
Nice splat on the side of Arc there, just trying to get some picks and delay the team, getting another nice pick.
Yeah, careless drop there by Carly. Did not see that. And the 3 with the Zuka, and that was after Argonaut defended the zone by taking out My Romance's Zuka. So Zuka's very important.
Yes.
And so Argonaut doing a good job, not only stopping Zukas, but also using them. Callow getting the tactical cooler down in the zone, trying to get the retake here and get a penalty applied before they lose the lead. But it is 2-on-2 with respawns coming in. Samurai trying to get it, but
get it.
The linebacker Zuka shots here.
Oh, surviving the Ink Zuka, but does get
they did get the cap, Took just enough attention away from My Romance there that the Childish Clambino was lost the zone.
That was an incredible push on Childish Clambino's part, just making the most of what they had.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to see them take the lead with that, but there's still plenty of time left in the match here for them to take that back, though. They do have a hefty penalty.
Yeah, now they're going to have to wait to regroup as they're down 2 players. They do have a special ready to go here, but My Romance will also be trying to get their specials on deck.
Inkster coming out here to try and get some turf back and to stabilize the team.
Yeah, it looked like that first Ink Strike was somewhat neutralized, though. I think he got splatted after 1 bomb, but now they got 3 down on Romance, and can Clambino retake it? Yep,
yes,
applying a penalty.
Nice. So we got penalty applied, and we have Melly here just using tactical cooler and just sharking on trying to keep this place secure. Not sure what her role is right now, like if she's just trying to play support, but...
Yeah, both teams I think have access to cooler here. Clambino has the pencil making the coolers, and Romance has the zap. So both teams really dependent. Cooler is important in this meta for sure. And having your cooler player go down without getting a chance to use it would be really critical. So both these players have to do a good job of keeping their coolers ready to go. Clambino getting close to taking a lead here, and the 3-on-2, they might be able to hold it.
So that is a great...
Chad does not escape that Ink Strike, pinned right into the corner there by a well-placed bomb.
So, wow.
Lead trying to stay alive while contesting the zone. They just need paint.
There it is.
Zone.
Come on.
Flank gets 2. There got the cap.
Oh my god, there's the cap. Down to 1 point.
The double splat on the flank. Carly also is striking up that platform there and really pushing more paint, pushing Clambino back into their spawn and making them take a longer time to retake. But there is no special now on deck for Romance, so they're going to need to defend. There's not a lot of time now for Clambino to get in, and they're down a player.
32 seconds left, 30 seconds left, and they need to make this count. They
holding that strike. They're going to go now. Here it comes. But the flank, Argonaut getting behind again? No, it was Clay.
Clay doing a great job of getting that flank here and keeping this under their control. Are we going to see this switch over?
I think we are. It's still
painted. Oh my god.
The 100 to 99. If that's going to set the tone for this tournament, we're going to be in for quite a Sunday.
So one thing that we decided upon before starting this this set here, like last time, apparently they had plenty of time left over after the LAN, and the players had requested that they, even if they, you know, if one team gets swept, they have the option of playing the last 2 games. So we might just get a bunch of Game 5s regardless of how the teams do, which is wonderful for the players to get to play in the LAN environment and really see how they're going.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a lot of Splatoon today, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
More Splatoon.
You're going to be explaining a lot of Splatoon.
I'm going to.
Yeah. We're going to be putting you to work as like...
I will.
I couldn't even recognize the side order weapons. So and there's going to be new weapons that have been released with kits that I'm unfamiliar with. And I need someone here to hold my hand.
Well, we'll do our best. I think with put our 2 heads together, we can figure this out.
Yeah. So I loved seeing that though, like seeing Childish Clambino like take that down to 1 point with that like so close, like
right there.
I love to see that.
And how about that save with the flank, taking out 2 players in the zone, they're breaking the zone and then getting the cap there at 1 point left.
Incredible, like incredible plays by both sides, and I also like the team. Like, the team is playing right in front of us right now, and hearing their callouts, like I just heard like positive, constructive callouts. Like there wasn't frustration in them. It's just like, okay, let's get our specials back. Let's group up.
Yeah.
And just coordinations. Then as soon as the match ended, just GGs on both sides.
Yeah. Launching into this, the planning and strategizing for the next game.
Yeah.
Where are we going? What are we gonna pick? So I think we are going to Flounder Heights here, but it is up to the losing team to choose their mode.
Yep.
And so playing maybe to their strengths, they might have an idea of a mode they play better in. And we'll see.
There's discussion happening. We'll find out shortly here, but
yeah.
It has been a while since I've interacted with Splatoon at all, because like my real life stuff has taken a big
right. I mean, if you missed the last LAN, the LAN before that was months ago, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so here we are.
So we're at Splat Zones at Flounder Heights here. So this is one with a split zone across that little bridge here. It's gonna Flounder Heights is an interesting map because it has a pretty good balance of ability for like long range weapons, and I also don't mind playing short range weapons here as well.
Yeah, I think it's a bit polarizing in that sense that it has, particularly in the middle, which is where the zones are in this mode, there's loads of spots for ambushes, climbing up walls, hiding behind boxes and stuff, and just lots of like ramps and elbows and things like that. So it's hard for, I think, mid-range weapons to keep short-range weapons at a distance here. But there are long-range weapons that can really set up once they have control of that top mid, and really put down a lot of pressure on teams trying to come back in. So it's very much a King's Court, King of the Hill type of situation, and we'll see if that plays to the strengths of My Nautical Romance here.
Yep. So sure enough, we are seeing a Charger and the
the ballpoint, or
yes,
so we got the pens versus pencils here in Splatoon
exactly.
3, which will prevail.
So yeah, just seeing both teams kind of spec into the long range and short range there.
Yeah.
Samurai here with the Splatana just trying to.
Yeah, I think this is a missiles and beacons kit, which is interesting. I think the beacons can be really well placed here if they get a chance to lay them down. And the missiles, of course, for retaking top mid. Having displacement is really key on this zone map because it's really hard to just swim up that ramp and through defending players. You need to be able to force them out of the way, make them move for you.
If we could get some good beacon placement on that, I think it would be great to help destabilize the team keep them on their toes.
And here's that ambush spot. Arcanap is found, but trying to dodge the Charger as well, and not actually able to get a pick there despite that ambush. So Childish Clambino still holding their zone here, still contesting the two zones, but they did take a bit of a penalty because they lost the zones briefly, but they're still at full strength-ish, holding on.
A great start on their part. My Chemical Romance here. Oh, Melly's got to get out of there.
Yeah. We also see Melly making the switch here to the Tri-Slosher, which it makes sense on this ambushy map, right? Instead of playing that Zap, but not going with the Tactical one because they still have the pencil in their team, so going for the Inkjet variant instead.
Ooh, Tactical Cooler coming out here to give buff to My Chemical Romance as they push up to try and get this. They do get both zones.
Yeah, and that's a cap.
So wonderful news for them. They are taking down the timer here and putting a penalty on to Childish Clambino here. Little fight in the elbow here.
Yeah, trading out. Looked like Carly was trying to get down a Tacticooler there, but it unfortunately fell down. Really hard to place Tacticoolers uphill like this.
Yeah. Oh! I thought they were going to be able to survive that encounter here, but that little elbow there, that little death pit.
Yeah, little Fight Club, and Romance taking a lead here.
Wow. Tactical coming out from Childish Clambino. You're going to see if they can get this, stop this push right now, but we see a nice snipe from Shadow.
Yeah, it looks like this is playing really well to Romance's counter pick here. They are fighting, against the Zuka. They have higher ground than the Inkjet now, so that they can still shoot down that Inkjet coming from Clave. So yeah, they're holding it. They're scoring lots of points, and this counter pick might work out for them if Childish Clambino can't contest here.
Yeah, right now it looks like they are being kind of trickled, and I don't want to say feeding, but like they're just getting picked off one by one here, and we are down to the last point.
I couldn't get it. Whew. I was wondering if the junior was going to be able to find one of those two split zones that they could paint for a few seconds, but no, they were sniffed out. My Nautical Romance looking at both zones there and making sure they held on until all the points were taken down.
Yeah, just consistent pressure, not letting them catch their footing properly, and just not letting them get their footing. Yeah, like I said.
Yeah. So zones on Flounder Heights looked like it worked for them as a counter ping.
It sure did.
They got their mode, and that went well. We'll see now how Clambino wants to counteract that, and see now that they get to choose the chance to pick, where are they going to go?
Yep. Well, again, like being able to hear the call-outs from both teams here. I heard Zamurai. I heard one phrase stuck out to me. Like, I heard "oof." What was it from? Like, and that is great communication, because being able to know what you're up against, where they are, that is the advantage of playing with a team that you have like voice chat with, right? Like,
yeah, you know, like if you get flanked, someone gets you, like tell people. Don't let them get the next person and the next person. Like, let people know. Or even if you find somebody, before you go and fight them 1v1 and be a hero, call for backup, you know?
Yep.
Good players win 1v1s. Great players win 2v1s and 3v1s, right? So that's what you're trying to do with that communication.
Stu-branded wisdom right there. It's what we
I can't take credit for that one.
I think I heard Nine say that on stream many times as well. So it's just good advice that I always struggle to heed, because in the heat of the moment, like
you
the
want
hero
blood.
plays.
Yes, you're like,
hero plays are so appealing to me.
Brush go, swish, swish.
Yeah, man. I just want to murder, and is that so wrong? I
guess it's fine.
in the Splatoon world, it's fine.
In the Splatoon world.
Rainmaker in Lemuria Hub. So I haven't seen this map before.
Yeah, I don't know this map.
Perfect.
From what I can tell, it looks like it has some cranes.
I see the little like.
Does it have boats?
Sturgeon. Oh.
I do know Sturgeon Shipyard.
God. Okay.
It's kind of like a Sturgeon Shipyard, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, we heard it was kind of a Sturgeon Ship. My brain went to Salt Spray Rig, and I was like, really? They brought that back? But no. Oh my God.
I do remember Salt Spray Rig.
I remember struggling to get into the center of Salt Spray Rig. Imagine Salt Spray Rig, but good is what I'm hearing.
So like any other stage?
It's unique and not mirrored. Oh, okay.
So it's like Skipper Pavilion. It's not mirrored. Well, it's. So let's talk about symmetry. Most Splatoon stages are rotationally symmetric.
Yes.
Where if you rotate the stage 180 degrees, it's the same. Salt Spray Rig and Skipper Pavilion were horizontally symmetric. So there's a left and a right side.
You could fold the map and it would line up perfectly.
And if we're talking about that, we should also talk about right-hand peeking, because that is one of the only differences in a horizontally symmetric map. Is all Splatoon, all Squids and Octolings are right-handed. Fun fact.
Yeah, there's no lefties there, ousted.
They were trained out of it. Either they're not allowed to participate, or I don't know. That's lore that has as of yet not been explored, but never say never.
Never say never.
And so there are going to be some spots, especially for long-range weapons, on a horizontally symmetric map, where it is easier to peek out from cover on one side than the other, because you peek out from the right side.
See, this is why I never made it as a competitive player, because I would have never thought that would be like an advantage at all.
Well, it's actually funny. On Skipper Pavilion, I don't know about Salt Spray or this stage, but Skipper Pavilion actually had a box that broke symmetry, so that both players could have cover.
Got it.
So it looks like we're going for that Rainmaker. The Rainmaker's in the back middle here, and Clay chucking that fully charged fizzy bomb into the shield.
That was a great shot, by the way.
And they're going to go right for check right away.
Oh, they get taken out before they can get onto that mound.
Yeah, it looks like they had kind of caught Romance out of position, so they were able to swim past them. But while they were able to swim past them, they were not able to swim past their bullets. And so they did get caught from behind after going for the goal.
I am noticing a pattern with Challenge Clambino. They're making very strong first starts. Because this match and the last one, they were on point and just getting it. That being said, they did get a wipeout here.
Looks like they're gonna get a strong middle as well. Yeah, they're gonna keep scoring here if they got a wipe, and try and get as many points as they can without just running into shots.
Yeah.
Pressure coming down on Callow now, who is holding the Rainmaker Shadow, trying to get an angle to shoot at that carrier. But it's getting to 42 before going down, and now it's only Clabe who is up for that team. Are they going to fight, or are they going to hang back and get jumps?
I'm hoping that they can hang back and get some jumps. That would be the right decision, but they are getting shot at right now. It's going to be up to them to find cover. Great use of the fizzy bomb there to get a little bit of turf. Because when you are on a weapon like this with a charge up, that's your one instant inking weapon.
And Clabe, they're trying to fight. The Rainmaker is getting away though. Who got that pick? Wow. Okay, this has been a fight. Now Romance is trying to get the checkpoint for themselves, throwing these ink strikes past the checkpoint. Key when those displacement specials, not necessarily to throw them where the objective is, but throw them where the other team wants to be. So throwing them past that Rainmaker goal and making Clambino move was a smart move.
Yep.
And now they are trying to push up ahead of the Rainmaker so that they can clear a path for it.
I'm loving the coordination on both these teams. Like Art going up front there to try and get some.
There's the lead.
There's lead. Okay.
And more.
Oh my gosh. 18 is a good push.
That's a lot of points.
Melly come down on Michael Romance, and but does get the tactical whip up before that. So great start for them to jump back into.
While that's a huge lead, I will say this: neither team has showed really a sign of settling in for the long haul here. This has been a very scrappy game, and so I think it's a long way from over.
Oh boy, I hear great communication on the side of Travis Clambino here, just letting the team know what's happening, and just great communication is what I'm hearing. I'm hoping that is
working together here. Shadow able to shoot through the grates there and take out the other team's backline, and now they're 3 down. Here comes the white splatter shot.
Oh!
Melly going for more points.
Yep. Has the Rainmaker, but not. I don't see any backup with her right now.
Yeah, the jumps are coming in, not taking their foot off the gas. They just want to keep that Rainmaker pushed up. Yeah. But the pressure is coming down on Melly now, and the bombs and the bombs and the bombs. I think I saw a suction of fizzy, splat bomb, all being encouraged by gravity to move towards that Rainmaker character.
A sample platter of bombs, all for Melly and
right,
Shadow
full flight, right?
Yeah, full flight. Pick whichever one you want. It's up to you. So we see Charles Clambino here grabbing the Rainmaker, making a big push up.
Yeah.
They get taken out, but they do have some pretty good footing here.
Yeah, Callow shooting wisely at her feet there while being swarmed by other players. And now 3-on-1, trying to get the jumps in, trying to get the Rainmaker popped. They do have to find a way to push up this ramp that looks like it's being quite well defended right now. A trade, not exactly what they're hoping for. Clave going for the aggressive inkjet, but shot down, and Melly helping push things back here.
Yep, I thought for sure that they had that shot with the inkjet, but just grazed the other player.
Yeah, I thought Clambino had a really good position there, but Romance was able to regroup really quickly to the ramp there and get their defense organized really, really quickly.
Yeah, great plays. So Flame here just trying to stay back here and wait till it's safe.
Whoa,
no one got taken out.
It was an Izuka. If you don't know, it was probably an Izuka. They can really come out of nowhere, and oftentimes, if you hear those special get activated, it is too late to move. You have to really keep an eye on the other team's gauge to see if they have special available, because it can be quite snappy. And so now we're really running down the clock. Clambino here just happy to defend, using their specials to corner Romance and push back their defenders. The Rainmaker's still up, but no one there to defend them. And Samurai getting shot. Full wipe, 10 seconds left, and it's going to be not likely that Romance can get back over here.
Yep. So
they are going to pick it up, but just hang out.
Yeah, they're just going to hang out, I think. And no, they need to push. They have to push.
Oh, sorry, I'm backwards. This is OT. I didn't realize these were the defenders. Okay, so they're going to go.
They're moving.
Well, they do still have a chance. More of a chance than I thought.
Getting flanked here is a bad time. Oh, getting caught on the grates. That's a rough time.
Colors, how do they work? Clambino getting the Rainmaker at the end there and making an effort to push, but they could not keep Romance on all those frontline players away from their Rainmaker carrier.
There was not a dull moment ever in that entire
No,
match.
it was 5 minutes of just shooting guns.
Yeah, I was interested to see like the moving platforms there. That is an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, platform goes up, platform goes down. How does that work?
It's not the motion that I'm impressed with.
It's the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the ocean, Stu. It's the ocean that I'm impressed with. There's got to be a way to leverage that momentum. You know, like.
Like standing on the platform while it moves in the direction that you want to go?
You know,
like a launching pad, like a catapult.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm willing to bet there's people who are like trying to perfect that, because like that's a little bit of extra speed,
I can see
right?
that. I know there's like on a lot of maps there's some really interesting jumps and angles you can find and little shortcuts you can find if you experiment, you explore the stage, you go and recon. You see the new feature coming out with their latest patch that you can go and recon on the same team now. Like you can go into like a test lobby without having to be enemies.
Interesting.
Which is like a huge upgrade for just taking team photos. But aside from that, you know, just some more usability features coming in. The game continuing to get free updates as part of its development cycle. Very great for players who are still keeping up with the game and still, you know, practicing, playing, having fun.
That is a nice move because to me it's like Nintendo being, hey, people like are playing this game and these small quality of life things that they're adding. It just makes for a better experience overall. Like even like, as you said, just for something as simple as taking team photos, like you can do it on your own now without having to like have a camera person show up on the other team, kind of thing. So that's cool. I didn't know about that, so thank you for telling me.
Yeah, there's interesting that we're still getting balance patches too. So just this past week there was a new patch dropped that tried to add some improvements for a lot of weaker weapons. So trying to find some quality of life improvements and buffs for weapons that have had a harder time shining and shining through compared to their competition. And there's also more of a performance patch, but still an improvement for umbrella weapons to try and better sync up the shield protecting you from shots on your screen and also on your opponent's screen. So anyone who's played umbrella will know that sometimes you'll have your shield open and bullets will somehow travel through it and hit you. There's been an effort made to try and improve that synchronization with your opponent's screen to also have shots blocked.
Nintendo like paying attention to netcode stuff?
Yeah, that's a big one because Umbrella has been considered a weak class in this game, aside from the Tent Umbrella, which kind of gets used a little differently. And one of the reasons for its weakness is because the shield doesn't block shots sometimes.
Interesting.
Because if your opponent doesn't know the shield's open on their screen, they can still shoot you. So that's something they've tried to improve, as well as just some performance improvements to a variety of weapons. And they're also saying at the end of this, the end of season patch will compensate for that. It will have nerfs for some of the stronger weapons in the meta. So curious to see where we're going. Meta's been relatively stable for a while now, and it's still quite healthy. But good to know they're still paying attention to it. As we jump into Barnacle and Dime here for our next game on tower control.
So this is the first time seeing tower control with these two teams here, so I'm interested to see how it plays out on their end. This is it's not as long as the hotel.
Motel?
From Splatoon 2. It feels like a shortened version of it. Sorry? Holiday Inn, yes. Holiday Inn or the Delta, I think. I can't remember which one it was, but...
It's interesting. Yeah, it's a small map, and the checkpoints are close together, but there are 3 of them, so it can still take a while to get that tower through. As we see 3 down on Clambino, as Romance is going to get their push going here.
Yeah.
So Clambino going for an early push there. As you mentioned, they come out of the gates quickly.
Yep.
But they didn't have anything to protect that push, so they got a few of them picked off. And now they're coming back and taking players out on Romance. So neither team able to really defend the tower while they're controlling it.
Yep. Cleb doing a great job with that Inkjet, getting 2 picks and letting the team get their footing and get the tower moving and schmooving.
Yeah, I think Clay was the player who survived that initial partial wipe at the beginning, and so still hanging on to his special charge and ready to get that counter push. And so now Clambino going for that second checkpoint. Are they going to be able to hang on? I don't think they can get back on the tower.
No, there's a big bubble on the side of Michael Romance that defeated the other big bubble, and now we see Melly here coming around for a side flank.
Yeah, they had some bubble trouble.
There was a double bubble trouble, you're right. And so we see Arcanauth here just coming around, and they're just trying to find a way to get a pick and then push up, but there's a lot of competition here. Arc coming out on top of that matchup. Wow!
Wow, I was actually just thinking about how impressed I was that Romance was grouping up well on that platform to team fight, but still staying away from all the bomb pressure that was being thrown at them, because when you group up and a bomb is thrown, all 3 of you have to scatter. So they were doing a really good job of managing the limited space they had as a bunch of frontline players, and it paid off because they were able to defeat that push, get on the tower, and they are close to lead here, but I don't know if they can get back on. There they go.
There it is. Okay.
They went and did the fighting first, and then the tower second.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good way to make sure that you're able to continue that push a little bit farther.
Yeah,
but
jumping right back in here, knowing that they had that tactical respawn rate, and they're going back in, but Childish Clambino ready for those jumps and able to wipe them again and defend that push, stopping it at just before the 3rd checkpoint.
So, wow. Just trying to see We see Michael Romance all pushed up back to their spawn right now. And
yeah, Clambino is getting out in front of that tower, which is great. They know a player is going to go pick up the tower. And
Big Bubble coming up here, popping it right now with the Inkjet on the same time with Ink Strike.
They look really determined to get this checkpoint.
Yeah. 3 specials coming out trying to get this. They grab it, and they just need to hang on to there for a little bit longer. Shadow hopping on top and sending it back.
They did clear the checkpoint. Doesn't have to come all in one push. They're still a little behind the lead, but get that checkpoint down with those 2 specials. And they're up 4-on-1 here, so they're going to start another push right away.
We did see the Tacticooler as they were coming in, and wow, great. Again, they jump back, and the entire center, like mid-section, is all their teal. Yeah,
Arcanoth trying to slow down that team there while still being the last player alive. But Clambino team fighting and clearing Arcanoth out of there as well. And Clave not even denying even the ink rail from Romance there. I don't think so.
Okay.
Interesting that both teams have the bubble and inkjet combo here. I think also maybe a cooler each as well. So very similar comps. I think 3 of the same 4 weapons on each team here.
Actually, now you mentioned, a ballpoint on both sides and zap on both sides.
We're starting to clue in here. I think we were talking about something less important before, but these comps are great. More mirrored comps. Maybe tower control has more kind of must-have specials. We have seen the coolers throughout most of the set, but seeing both teams choosing to use an inkjet on this map at least is making some sense.
Carly doing a great job of hiding.
Yeah, and that is lead, but the end of the fight, well, actually, I don't know, it's 1-on-1. 2 end snaps with Tacticoolers pole dancing around, and it looks like My Romance is able to win that battle and stop more points from being scored.
We are down to the last 46 seconds here, and My Chemical Romance doing a great job right now, but they do need to get lead on this push, I think.
Yeah, it's so close, but close doesn't get you anything. They need to actually get it to 31.
Big bubble on the tower here for My Chemical Romance. Arcanoth doing a great job just
trying to fight.
Again, getting enough points for that Trizuka and his accuracy.
Trying to finish this
so good.
But the strike's coming down the tower. Arcanoth trying to get clear, not able to. Just desperately fighting here. Zamurai trying to get behind this inkjet here.
Yeah, I see Tacticooler coming out for this last 12 seconds here. Has that small buff, and he needs to stay on this tower now. Zamurai is
trying to fight, but that's a fight.
That's probably going to be it unless they can pull something crazy off this last little bit.
Andrew, I think we're going to Game 5. I mean, we were anyways.
But like.
But we're actually going to Game 5.
For reals, he's not a fake Game 5.
Not like one of those faker Game 5s. It's not even
not a
real.
Slap fight. Honestly, with this setup, I am hoping that if one team like has a Game 5 that is just like for fun, I hope they go wild with their comps and just completely destabilize things.
I love silly comps.
Yeah.
Especially because sometimes you discover things and you're like, oh, this works. Like you'll try something like a weapon you haven't tried before, and you'll be like, I'm actually pretty good with this. Or you'll try like a team composition, like you mentioned, maybe 4 of the same special, but maybe not. Maybe we're just playing like 4 different buckets, and we find that works really well on certain stages.
I've said it before, like
be willing to experiment.
When you're not expecting to go against 4 of the same weapon, like I'm thinking specifically of the Blobber launch in Splat 2. That was impossible to combat. Like,
yeah, when it came out, oh my goodness, Blobber was people were malding. We were not okay with that. What is it with bubbles? It was Blobber had bubbles. The big the bubble blower caused people some problems in Splatoon 2 as well. Bubbles, man.
I'm just saying, like a team of 4 Tenterbrellas. If there's a long alleyway, you're like that's an insane push.
Having played 4 Tenterbrellas once in a Splatoon LAN ice rink. Losing horribly. Most players on our team, I don't think anyone on our team had main Tenterbrella before, but coming out of that, after having tried those 4 Tenterbrellas in a throwaway game of sorts, one of the players on our team was like, hold on, I can actually use this weapon. Not most. Most of us were like, never again. But one of the players on our team was like, hold on, I know what I'm doing with this, and started picking up the weapon and playing it for realsies in tournaments going forward. So it does happen.
That's the part about playing, you know, like if
love finds you in the most unexpected places, you know.
My brain made a bunch of associations, like love finding, like imagine putting I'm a Tenterbrella main on your like Bumble profile, and the responses you'd get I think would be very interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, you play a shooting game with an umbrella.
Do you shoot them with the umbrella, or is the it's a conversation starter, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you'll learn a lot about someone by the way they handle Tenterbrella main in bio. on a dating profile.
Now, this is where Splatoon breaks out of the Splatoon meta into the dating meta. What weapon will be like the best for getting matches?
I mean, I don't use very many weapons on dates in general, but I'm not going to judge you for how you live your life. So we are going to Humpback Pump Track for Game 5. We're going to Rainmaker. So we've played most modes in this set. Kind of doing a full tour of everything that anyone wants to play. So we're going to Humpback Pump Track. This is a Splatoon 2 stage, notable for its humps and also its tracks.
Yeah, I've heard that there are occasionally bumps too.
There may well be. I think you'll find on this stage
Maybe
that, like we saw on Flounder Heights, ambush weapons do really well here because they can start engagements from very close. They don't have to move through a lot of open space to get close to people. So
open space is a very general term here because it can be open, but you still have cover from the humps and or bumps.
Yeah. And is it space if we're still on Earth? I don't know. So I think you'll see a lot of weapons that have good like point-blank hitboxes, arcing weapons, so like explosers and buckets, other buckets, blasters, brushes, bombs. Everyone's got bombs, right? You can throw those in arcs. And Rainmaker here is a tale of two matches. Looks like we're going to have a restart here.
Despite us being in LAN mode, sometimes things mess up, so we did have a disconnect somehow.
For some reason, Charles Clambino not brave enough to fight this as a 3-on-4, but hopefully everyone will be joining us soon. We're just going to try and Konami code our way out of this match here so we don't have to wave through 5 minutes, but
again, a wonderful quality of life addition that came to Splatoon 3.
Is the ability to cancel the match.
Yep.
Assuming one of these 7 players remembers how to do that.
I sure don't. So it looks like they're running it through.
Okay, we're running it through.
Oh, I see squid partying happening, though. So this is also an important
part.
Hey,
we did it.
Oh.
Banana, bro. Okay. So, Rainmaker on Humpback Pump Track. I actually played a lot of this mode in Splatoon 2, and it's nothing the same in this game because Stingray doesn't exist. But this is a mode that really comes down to 2 phases. Between the elbows, it is a wide open space. You've got this elevated terrain in the middle, lots of pockets, lots of room to maneuver with the Rainmaker carrier. You're fighting to try and get to the elbows. The elbows are key. They connect your forearm to your upper arm, but they also connect the checkpoint kind of halfway, around 50 points, to the goal of the Rainmaker.
Help.
Do you need help touching your weenus?
No, I don't need help. I don't.
Can you lick your own elbow? I think that's what we're asking here. No, what we're asking is how are these teams going to find their way through the elbow? Because the match gets a lot narrower once you get to that corner. The Rainmaker has to run through basically a straight hallway that drops directly under the other team's spawn. And the spawning team has loads of different entry points they can drop in on or shoot from there. So you're kind of getting drive-by shooting in reverse. You're the one driving, and the shooting is happening from outside the vehicle as you try and go from 50 to that goal. Now in Splatoon 2, Stingrays formed a big part of that. Basically, it was impossible to clear that elbow if the other team had a Stingray, so you'd see teams like double custom Jet Squelcher with like 15 Stingrays a match, and that is good Splatoon. But what we're going to see instead is probably some other special weapons being used to try and stop those pushes once they're forced to move through that space.
I'm trying to think of weapons that could be like especially that would be comparable. Nothing's gonna be quite comparable.
Nothing quite as long as a Stingray, but I think you can still see like an Inkzuka being used or a Crab Tank being used to kind of challenge.
Denial,
area, but that area being a line. Because there are different shapes of areas that can be denied in Splatoon.
What?
We've got ink stripes.
How many possible shapes could there be?
There's only 2 actually.
Okay.
There's lines and circles, and so we're looking for more of a line shape denial for that second half of the push here. And so here we go. For realsies this time, 4 and 4, we are going to see Splatoon.
Oh, I see on one side, is that a Hydra and a,
nope. That's is that heavy edit? Shadow on the heavy edit splatling?
I think so.
And we still have the ball point for Clave and Childish Clambino. And once again, Childish Clambino, immediate opening push. I wonder if they've just practiced openers. Like, they seem to know whether they're popping. They seem to know where they're going, coming off respawn. And Callow trying to win this 1v1 on the mid here against Samurai. Samurai getting the KO and getting away to cover, to continue to pressure this push from an off angle, making Clay be like, I gotta keep one eye open.
Very hard matchup here, using the pumps and bumps, as we said before, to their advantage.
Yeah, Samurai just being a bit of a skirmisher there, not trying to get the KO, but just trying to force engagement, being like, you have to take care of me, you have to deal with me while I'm over here so my teammates can do something else.
That would be great side hustle for Samurai would be a YouTuber, because you're always on hustle for engagement.
More engagement is key. And we actually see Romance being able to stuff that inkjet from Childish Clambino there. So we saw Clay pop up with that inkjet and try and get a shot, but was actually still hit by the explosion of the Rainmaker. And so Romance is going to be able to try and get lead here, and they're going straight down that hallway. We talked about it. They did not find a way to deny it.
Oh my god. You say that, and then the bombs continue.
The bombs do be hitting.
Splat zone. Just like, no, you are gone. Stay down.
The bombs. Oh, and seeing a naked jump here from Shadow, not getting away with that as Clay mows them down and takes back mid. Still a lot of time left. They're going to take the Rainmaker right and try and get back to their own push.
Yep. So they are now in the exact same position, trying to get through this runway here with
using
Clay
an offensive
using
grab
jet here to try and pin Shadow down, getting that pick, and just not able to keep that Rainmaker alive.
Yeah, was that Arcanauts in the flank
in trouble? There it is.
Yep. Always got to be aware of where those short-range weapons are. Arcanaut and the Carbon Roller getting a wraparound through the trench there and getting a couple of picks, stalling out this push, but Clambino still trying to regroup. Now we have the Zukas coming out. And that's a wipe.
So there's a wipe out there, and we see My Chemical Romance here hustling for that Rainmaker and trying to get that push right back to where they want it again on that elbow.
Yeah, Clambino still has control of their own platform here, and so they're going to just try and stick the Rainmaker on that elbow while contesting it, throwing that torpedo. Yep. Getting a KO, throwing another torpedo. Here we go.
Okay, Carly the only one up on this side here, so they're trying to contest this pop. They do have a wave breaker here to try and slow them down, at least ping them, but
yeah, getting a lot of value out of these torpedoes. It's been hard for Romance to shoot those down when their Splatling was carrying the Rainmaker, and now it looks like the flank has gotten home.
Carly doing a great job staying alive here and maintaining pressure here so they couldn't just waltz past that elbow here. So.
Yeah. Yeah, they're staying staggered here. Not great to be staggered, but you also don't want to get full wiped. So Clambino staying in the fight and not relenting. The the Inkjet coming out now. Naming the weapon after Ink.
Okay, so, oh boy. Last up here, Caleb here.
It's going to be tough for Samurai to get away here, and the jump as well. But Clave not able to stick in and fight that jump, had to retreat.
Yeah, I mean, as a ball point, that is a smart move to not just stay there and try and get the picks. You need to back up and regroup with your team.
You need to be here more than you need that KO.
Yep, exactly.
And they're still stalling this. They of course still need to get points, but at least stopping Romance here on the elbow for quite a while. And even pressuring Melly, who is trying to contest the Rainmaker shield there, not letting her get away with that. The Crab in mid.
I believe this is Ray we're watching here, just doing a great job, like, holding mid down. Callow taking the right route to try and get past this elbow here, but getting called out and getting taken out by,
I actually think that this way wasn't saying come with me, it was I am being attacked, help. And so getting some KOs here, getting rid of Arcanoth, but there are jumps coming to that Rainmaker shield, and now in the final minute, Clambino is going to try and need to find some space to work here. Yeah,
the Rainmaker's in a very safe spot for Childish Clambino. They so long as they, held that down, they were able to keep it. They sure enough picked it up, but the other team knew exactly where the Rainmaker was and was able to apply pressure to take them out right away. So we need to see a coordinated push on the side of Childish Clambino to get past this elbow. If they can get a nice a wipeout or like a partial wipeout, like 3 down, I think they'll be in great position to.
Yeah, they're trying here, trying to fight this Crab, trying to wrap around this elbow and get some shots down. There's 3 down. The
Arc doing.
They got him. Oh, the Rainmaker down. 15 seconds left. They're going to have to pick it up, but they're going to be contesting the full strength team here again.
Yep, they are right by the enemy spawn here, and it is purple.
Oh, they got popped.
Oh, that I think is going to be it for Childish Clambino here.
Yeah, the tug of war not able to get enough firepower down, and it is going to be very tricky now. Romance holding on, getting the pop. first of all, getting the splat with that Rainmaker at 24, running for the goal, and then winning that pop war. Close as it can be.
Yeah, Childish Gambino was just pushed up against the walls there. They were not able to get enough distance to survive that shield.
And they fought hard. They fought for 2 minutes to get the Rainmaker out of their end, fight it through mid, get it over that wall on the right side. And then with the last 30 seconds, they finally found a lane past the elbow. We talk so much about elbows. They got through the elbow.
They did.
And they got splatted 6 points from the lead. What a match.
That was an incredible match, and honestly, looking back again, shout out to Samurai for giving us this. She's seeing Childish Gambino go for a 2-3. Like, that is huge improvement over last LAN.
Yeah, I mean, I think they showed that they can hang with these teams, right?
Yeah,
they can compete. I'm curious to see how the rest of their matches go. My Nautical Romance well fought in their win, and they will be moving on as well.
Yeah. Great matches on both sides. Glad to see the teams working together and hearing the coordination and like just the good vibes of both teams. Like the good games being thrown around, fist bumps.
The vibes are immaculate.
The vibes are immaculate. You know what else is immaculate? This segue to our little break here while we get the next match set up. So we'll hop over to a quick intermission here, and we'll be back when we have a next match to watch.
See you in round 2.
See you in round 2.
Welcome back to round 2 of LAN 2 of Season 9 of Ice Rink.
Yes, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break, and I hope you're about to enjoy what is arguably the most important gaming event happening this weekend.
We have My Nautical Romance back for more. We just saw them win a nail-biting 3-2 set against Childish Clambino.
Yep.
Ending with a 6-point difference Rainmaker match in the final seconds of Game 5.
Yeah, I know. I was certainly on the edge of my seat for that one. And looks like next up they're going to be facing Shrimple Plan. Now, last time they also went 3-2 with them. So pretty even matchup still.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Shrimple Plan's kind of weapon setup is. In the last set, we saw, a pretty conventional comp from Romance and Childish Clambino. You got backlines, you got tacticoolers, you've got front lines, obviously. We saw Arkanauth being a big part of their comp with the Carbon Roller and the Zuka, creating those offensive openings, creating pressure, and resting on the kind of the foundation of the rest of that team, setting up supports and backlines and that sort of thing. So curious to see how that matches up against Shrimple Plan here. And I don't know what to expect. I expect that I don't know what's coming.
It'll be interesting to see. I feel like a lot of sets like this, that first round is sort of like, okay, I'm gonna feel out the other team's comp. What are they running? What are they feeling confident in? But looks like we are gonna be seeing a tower control match on Brinewater.
Would you look at that?
You're
right. So Brinewater Springs, one of the maps that's been reworked a little bit in recent patches to be a little bit less polarizing, but it still does have a very characteristic layout where you have this long horizontal ramp into the map. You can drop off the wall of that into the middle of the map, but I believe the tower does have to work its way up that slope, around the corner up that slope. So plenty of opportunities to come at and attack the tower with that team to defend, and it's going to take a lot of work to maintain those pushes and control the zone that tower is moving through.
And looks like that would be Shrimple Plan running a Squiffer as their long range. With My Nautical Romance, longest range appears to be that ballpoint.
Still on that ballpoint, yet not seeing a switch from Clabe there. And we do see a Blaster. We see a Nozzle Nose. Don't see a lot of those. And Samurai with that Wiper getting in aggressively and getting a couple of picks, forcing the rest of Shrimple Plan back onto their plat. And we are hammering. That is going to be the delayed wipe with just the Squiffer respawning now.
And that's going to allow Nautical Romance to get a pretty decent lead at the start here, but I don't think they're going to be able to capitalize on it too much.
Yeah, can I also say that I just saw Zimple Plan throw a torpedo up against that Squiffer and actually force the point sensor to detonate further away because the point sensor struck the torpedo.
Oh.
So the point sensor did not get thrown down all the way as far as I'm sure its thrower was expecting to. So using that Kraken to kind of force the other team to scatter here. Romance is getting set up to defend this push. Oh, we've got missiles and splashdowns coming down, but Control Alt Dog able to avoid all of that damage.
Definitely trying to, a lot of back and forth here. Romance, 2 people down and 3 people down.
Yeah, we're getting the lead now. Shrimple Plan pushing up and still plenty of time as Romance tries to regroup here and get some pressure on this tower. They're going to have to keep an eye out for that Blaster because it's going to be hard to stay on the tower when a Blaster's nearby. And yeah, Steve-O getting picked off. Sean pushing up aggressively with that splashdown to go and dislodge the other team. But they are losing track of that tower as Romance groups up with 2 specials here for their defense.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to regroup in mid.
Samurai grabbing a sip.
Yeah. Gotta have my soda.
Dropping it with the hammer here, trying to go with the counter push, trying to get down there, but looks like Shrimple Plan is able to avoid that hammer attack.
And Samurai looking for some picks, but gets double teamed. Is able to trade though, so.
I gotta keep an eye out for the bomb there. He is always looking for fight opportunities, and so if you leave yourself exposed, he is gonna drop on you. Yellowwood here trying to get some shots. Fighting the Blaster, not the kind of terrain you want to fight a Blaster in, but wisely taking space away and forcing the Blaster to hit a shot.
Good shot from Yellow right there. And goes down to Shadow.
Yeah, contesting that that ball point and not
there's the wipe.
surviving the full wipe. And Romance going to try and rack up some points. I think they're hoping to at least clear this checkpoint here with the tactical.
Get the impression that at the very least they'll be able to clear that checkpoint.
Yeah, Shadow going up with that inkjet on the tactical, so lots of mobility and a quick respawn available. The nice thing about popping the inkjet with the tactical is if you get shot down, you keep your inkjet. You don't lose all that meter that you saved up. So you get more than one opportunity to be aggressive.
Romance
there.
might take the lead here.
Yes.
They do.
The bomb trying to get a defense going here, but out of position, throwing that Booyah bomb back towards the tower, trying to fight back, but looks like the blaster has been keeping an eye on him. So wisely just jumping out into defensive position here to try and contest this tower at 3, 2, 1, and that is a dunk.
Very back and forth on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Shrimple Plan was able to like engage with that fight. They didn't just get wiped out. They were fighting, they were getting some picks, but they couldn't actually fight their way back to where that tower was. They kind of got spread out, and the tower moving ahead actually left Shrimple Plan a bit out of position on those final moments.
Yeah, just one bad wipe can lead to a loss in a map like tower control.
Yeah, I think wiping is one of the things you want to avoid the most in a game Splatoon. You know, getting kills is important, moving the objective is important, but just having someone on your team still alive that the other team that can't just advance freely, unrestrained up the map is also really crucial. So ending up being there, a very strong opening statement by My Nautical Romance going into game 1.
But still, very, very close match here, and I get the feeling that they're going to be on their toes for this set. So our next map appears to be Ship-Shape Cargo Company.
Yeah.
Now,
so
if you're on Shrimple Plan, what's your mode here? What's your pick?
I don't know. I feel like even though they lost that first game, I think they have some strong, aggressive players. We've seen players like the Bomb finding openings, creating openings. So I would expect them to pick something that's going to let them fight here. Ship-Shape Cargo Co. Is a map that, you know, has lots of avenues across to the other side. You can climb on the horizontal bridge in the middle. You can drop into the other team's courtyard kind of anywhere you want in that space. And there's also a few kind of planks on closer to the other team's base that you can kind of walk in if you're a flanker or trying to go find an ambush. So lots of different avenues for aggressive plays here.
One of the smaller maps too. So I feel like that smaller map means more close combat, and I feel like that is one of Shrimple Plan's strengths. At least that's what they showed in the last match there, is they're good at those close combat one-on-ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pick Rainmaker or Scrappy Zones comp here. They are going to go with zones, so I would expect them to not just be sitting in the zone here with paint. I'm going to expect them to be going up, taking aggressive positions and trying to dislodge the backline players from Romance and keep them from being able to contest the zone at all.
For sure. It's gonna be an interesting one for sure. Do you think the comps change much on this one?
I don't know. What weapons they have available to pick. I don't know if they're going to stick with the Squiffer. It might not be a long enough range here. I'm not sure to effectively challenge the ballpoint on this map. So unless they want to kind of play like a more hybrid midline weapon, they might pick a longer range weapon to contest from the zone. But they could also just stick with a more aggressive comp. Keep that Squiffer playing more off angles and not just trying to set up from one spot. And try and actively push back the backline player, likely to be that ballpoint or maybe something else again from Shadow, and try and keep it out of the combat zone.
For sure. And I feel like they might also prioritize paint.
Yeah, I mean, it's splat zones, right? Being able to paint is key. If your team can't win the paint war, then you have to be getting splats. You have to be taking out players and forcing the other team to not play from full strength. So we will see what kinds of paint level we have.
Yep. And looks like we're just having had a quick disconnect, so we're just going to reset the lobby real quick.
Yeah, let the players get organized. They should just be able to re-lobby and start it up here in a couple moments. So we are going to be going Ship-Shape zones, and we are going to see how these comps evolve. We haven't seen Romance in the first set change their comp dramatically. Sometimes like they would change out like a support weapon or something like that, but
just a few minor changes, but nothing. No major comp changes on their end.
Yeah, we still saw Shadow playing a variety of backlines. We saw Archinoth mostly sticking to that carbon roller. We saw Melly playing, either the Tri-Slosher on certain maps or the NZAP as kind of a tactical or supporting weapon. And then Samurai was on that Wiper. So we've seen them sticking with a fairly stable comp, playing to their strengths, playing the weapons that they know best and they know how to work together with. But I don't know for Shrimple Plan. I don't know what they've got in their pockets.
Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see.
You're saying maybe their plan won't be so shrimple?
It remains to be seen, but I suspect that they will do something more complex than something that is shrimple.
So maybe like a lobster plan or a prawn plan.
Yeah, it all becomes crabs.
What doesn't? Yeah, maybe they'll have a crab.
Who knows? For zones,
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Carsonization of the team here.
And looks like they are going to be loading in just a second here.
Yeah. So, splat zones. The goal is to paint the zone.
Paint the zone.
We're going to see who can manage to do that the most. You gotta get zone control.
Yep.
All right, we are seeing the giant bow. I don't remember what it's called, but it shoots 5 arrows. We are seeing Jet Squelcher. So we are seeing actually a lot of range here. We are seeing a jet and a ballpoint on one team, and we got the longbow on the other. So we are going to see some big shots flying here. Sean standing down the middle here, trying to fire some shots across the other team.
Yep. And that bow is doing a pretty good job of keeping them pinned on their current sort of line that they're holding.
Yeah, Arcanaut probing around here, looking for a lane.
That vacuum doing some work to
Yeah, getting 2 down here on Triple Plant and the hammer as well. So Romance getting their specials on deck and getting an aggressive play.
Delayed wipe in the favor of Romance right there.
Yeah, so they didn't go for like an immediate cap, but they contested the zone, got their specials, and were able to use those specials to win the first engagement here.
And
so
it looks like they are going to be setting up to hold right there on the zone.
Yeah, Shadow pushed up on the right side here, trying to rain some shots down, getting that bow, but getting counter-caught by the Splattershot Pro. Can always get laser beam by those.
Steve-O pushing them up, but they go back to get the zone. Probably the smart play in that situation.
Yeah, you know what? This reminds me of the Reef. You got the bridge is similar. It doesn't carry all the way over. It's got the gap, but it also has that pillow right in the middle of the low zone.
Yep.
Reminds me a lot of the Reef for those Splatoon 2 boomers in the chat.
Yep.
Shadow trying to fight Yellow Toad from above here. Brella Shield's hard to block shots directly above. And so getting that splat, getting jumped back here and being shot at by the bomb on that recall. Recall not well enough hidden from that Splattershot Pro.
Gets done by the torpedo there.
Yeah, so we're seeing lots of splats going both ways here. And Shrimple Plan still actually holding on to the lead.
Good pick there by Yellow.
Yeah, winning the odd fight here and able to hold on to the zone in the 2v2, 2v3 situation. And so now Romance is going to be pushed. They're going to have to find a way in the next kind of round here of battles. They're not going to have that much more time.
Yep. Samurai's looking to sneak behind with the hammer.
That Brella dropping right beside Samurai and didn't see him at all. And so he's able to get the flank.
Very good flank right there.
Yeah. You see that Brella dropped right beside him, did not see him at all, and so they're going to be able to hold on here. They don't have that much penalties to clear, so they're going to keep scoring for a little while here.
And looks like they do have two players ready with special.
Well, and they have such a long-range comp here. The Shrimple Plan's all grouped up in the back middle there, and it's very easy for Romance to keep track of them all. Trying to get in with that hammer, but wisely watching the flank, control all dog, not giving up everything to fight that hammer.
A very risky jump there, but does seem to pay off.
Yeah. Getting the hit too with that ink vac and contesting the zone. So it looks like they're going to hang on here.
Yep, Shrimple Plan did cap, so did give Romance their penalty back.
Yeah, so briefly capped. Romance is going to have to fight through some more penalty here and still has plenty of time before they're able to take the lead.
And looks like they're playing it relatively safe at the moment, just trying to get those picks that they need.
Arcanaut taking an aggressive play there, but Sean sniffing him out and taking him out. Samurai trying to get the kill here, finding the bow and taking him down.
Yep.
Dog trying to just keep the zone painted with that Jet Squelcher and not let it flip. And even now using the ink vac aggressively, they might be pretty close to getting the lead here with these specials if they can sniff out these last 2 players.
Yep, Shrimple Plan has about one more good opportunity for a push.
Yeah, they're pretty staggered.
Right,
they're not going to be able to do it at full strength. They got to go with what they've got. The hammer is going into the zone now,
might be able
all the way past the inkjet and trying to get some space and get the cap.
It. All right.
So even though they were not able to get any splats with that hammer, all the fire was directed at Steve-O there.
Yep.
And so they were able to cap behind the hammer push. Sean now on top of a better spot, in a good sniping spot, trying to dodge these Ingzuka shots and rain shots down on my Romance.
Ooh,
these shots,
good,
Sean.
good.
Hitting some crazy angled shots with that bow.
Yep, Romance backing up, looking to regroup so they can make the push. They still have a semi-sizable penalty to work through.
Yeah, it'll be about 15-20 seconds here, but they do have a man advantage. My Romance only 2 players alive with a special. They're trying to wait to be ready, but they don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, and
Dog taking an aggressive jump. Arcanov trading out. Romance is holding on. The zone is contested at one point, but they get the wipe and they get the KO.
All right.
Whew, what a fight. Contesting the zone. So my Romance threw themselves in the zone there to try and get the contested. They broke the zone, but did not cap it and apply a penalty. Yep. And so the wipe was not able to extend the game.
And yeah, definitely back and forth on this round.
Yeah.
Just two pretty evenly matched teams, and that's what we do like to see here.
Yep. So it was like the right play, right? Like to throw themselves in the zone. They got in there. They had so little time left. They got paint down. They sacrificed themselves to get paint down, and they even broke the zone. But it is a pretty big single zone. It was not enough to actually apply a penalty, and so they did not have time to respawn after being defended.
Yeah, definitely the right play, but just did not get the picks that they needed to make it work.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes sometimes.
It's a very close game 2. Successful on Ship-Shape Cargo Co. And we're going flying. We're going to Marlin Airport next.
Oh yeah, that's one of the newer ones. It's admittedly I've not touched the game a whole lot in the recent history. So
you haven't learned to fly? Maybe we need some fighters here.
Yeah, bring out the Fugu fighters from what was that, season 7, season 8?
I think it was 7 or 8. I'm trying to remember. I played in it, but I don't remember which one. Oh, I've heard there's actually a 4th mode in Splatoon 3. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Oh yes. What some might consider the best mode in the game, Clam Blitz. Certainly one of the most interesting mode at the very least. It'll be interesting to see. It's requires a lot more coordination than the other 3.
Yeah, but I think these teams are showing that they're communicating, right?
Sure.
We're not playing online with pickups. We are playing with a team that we practiced with for over a month, players that we've been in a community with for a long time. So I think we're going to see some organized pushes here. I think we're going to see teams getting to the basket with a power clam, getting it open, and getting some clams in. So I'm excited to see how that looks. I don't think I've played Clam Blitz on Marlin Airport, so I'm curious to see where the basket is, what kind of angles they have to attack it from, and what kinds of comps they choose to use here. I did see in Game 1 one of these players brought a Kraken weapon. Kraken did get balanced out of its Clam Blitz cheese a couple patches ago, where you cannot jump to the Kraken's current location. You can only jump to where that invincibility special was originally activated from. So if a player wants to sneak into the basket, they're going to have to do so without the Kraken if they want the jumps to actually be coming down to the basket. But that Kraken having the jump point pushed back also makes those jumps a lot safer. So there's kind of 2 sides to it. It makes it a lot harder to get a kind of a free basket, but it also makes room for more team-oriented plays.
Yeah, and I feel like for these 2 teams, we can expect one of 2 things. Is they're either going to go very aggressive, or they're going to go defensive sneaky.
Yeah, I can see that. I think we can expect one of 2 things, which is either Shrimp Plan or my Nautical Romance is going to win.
That is one of the other 2 things we can expect, for sure.
We're surrounded by binaries in a world full of mysteries. So, what's it going to be? Clam Blitz, that we knew. Who's going to win? What are the comps going to be? That we're going to find out.
Very, very frontline focused comp right there.
Yeah, seeing that Tri-Nouveau with the Tacticooler support available coming from Shrimp Plan, and we have the missiles available with the other wiper on the other team. We've also got that heavy edit splatline coming out.
Yep. And yeah, I feel like, especially on a mode like Clam Blitz, the Tacticooler is going to be putting in a lot of work here. That
it is.
Extra
There's lots of fighting.
Speed is going to be. It's going to make or break the Shrimp Plan strategy here, I think.
Yeah, so picking up lots of clams early here. Shrimp Plan painting up a lot, trying to get to those fans and trying to get control of them.
And they are...
Sean's stepping up lots more clams here. Samurai holding 7, and they have a power to boot. Trying to get in.
Passing it up,
but passing it to someone holding 7 clams. So lots of clams getting dropped there, and Samurai getting close, but not quite able to get to the basket. Wisely retreating there after falling off of that ledge.
So that's these teams have showing a lot more self-control than I do.
Oh, out of ink, the bomb. Too many sloshes. Control all dog, cleaning up that KO, and also getting a flank on that Brella behind the shield.
They're 3 down, but they do have a clam, 2 clams ready.
2 clams, 4 on 2, and firing those missiles as Shrimple Plan tries to respawn here. And the Zuka too. They're really pushing them back. They're going to really hope to capitalize here because they've used a lot of resources to get close to the basket.
Yeah, and that's their first score of the
One's
the
in.
match.
Looks like Shrimple Plan wisely focusing on the second clam carrier and not letting them get to the basket. So only a 20-point push here. Looks like the basket is going to close, and that other power clam is going to expire.
But hey, points on the board are points on the board.
Yeah,
and that's
counts for something, right?
You can discount it, especially in Clam Blitz, because so many Clam Blitz mats come down to like a handful of points.
They can, and the team that scores the most clams does win the game. So Arcanoff picking up 7 clams here, trying to keep concealed, and then throwing a power into the basket. So continuing their push here, and they do have a power behind him, but they're not able to hold the basket defended long enough. The bomb turning around and cleaning that up before they get in with another power clam.
Yep, and
They've made a lot of powers. Hey, Romance is holding a power. There's another one on the ground. They're doing a really good job of picking up clams while they have map control.
Yep, they've been certainly keeping Shrimple Plan in a very defensive position, and that's they haven't been able to get too many big pushes, but again, they do have points on the board.
Yeah, and Shrimple Plan has been able to fight off these pushes. Again, as you mentioned, not a lot of points scored. Scoring only 20 points and giving the other team a pity clam in compensation is not a big deal, but Shrimple Plan has not had a lot of time to create offense and actually control the middle of the map.
Yeah, for sure. And there is an advantage to getting that first score as well.
The tiebreaker advantage.
Yep.
Yep. So if we see Romance counter with the exact same scores, if they score 20, close the basket, and 20 more, they will end up a point behind. So it could matter, especially if no teams are able to throw in any of the smaller clams after scoring here.
And
Sean trying to back up his teammate here, but that
looking to make that push, but Romance holding him off for the time being. And trades.
Trading out, yeah, it was the bomb trying to climb that riser, trying to get to that back line, but was not able to defend his clam carrying teammate at the same time. And so Steve-O here trying to clean up.
Ooh!
That hammer was a little too slow.
Yep. And
Romance clearing out a few players here. Shrimple Plan has not been able to get up to full strength for a little while here. Sean trying to throw some shots down, maybe save that clam, but it might go as that wiper pushes him off of the riser.
And gets that wave breaker out.
Yeah, trying to find some space.
Romance with 2 clams at the ready.
Yeah, they've been controlling the middle of the map for a long time, and that's showing in the fact that they get to continuously pick up lots of clams, holding 3 power clams now, loads and loads of clams.
Looking to build special, it looks like, so to make their push.
But because there's no pressure, right, they have on them, they have plenty of time to wait for the right moment. There's no urgency to this. They can get their specials, they can throw them, they can wait for the right time. Defending against that aggressive hammer play there from Shrimple Plan. And now getting ready to push with the Tacticooler, with the missiles, picking up their power clams and going for the goal.
And Tri-Slosher goes down.
Yeah, lost track of the bomb there, and so the bomb able to kind of stall out that push. So Romance only getting 1 power in, but the basket's still open. Can Arcanoff get there in time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
To get them, keep the basket open.
Oh, but
it is closing.
Goes for it. Goes for it.
Defending against that power and the wipe out. So 60 to 100 now.
Yep.
They're going to need 2 power clams and 1
yep.
to get an actual lead here with only 15.
Looks
this
like
will be their last push.
Going to be.
So
well, they open up the basket.
Basket's open. Do they have more clams coming? I don't think they have a power, but they do have some small clams coming. They're trying to control the basket. There's only 1 player alive on Romance. There's only 2 more clams, and the hammer is still close to the basket. They got the lead.
Has them on the defense the entire round, and then just able to pull it back in that last moment.
They were just waiting for the right time.
Yep.
And they did get there, and turns out scoring more than 20 is better. So they got in, they scored a full 43, 42, something like that, and got the lead in 1 push.
And that's how it can go with Clam Blitz, is you just set yourself up really well, set your team up really well, and you can just execute.
Yeah, and Romance did such a good job controlling the middle of the map. They were really never pushed onto their back foot until those last 30 seconds there. They got finally kind of crammed back into their basket area, and then when they were boxed in like that, they didn't have as much room to move around, and they kind of got you know, like shooting fish in a barrel. They got kind of splatted in that zone, and they were never able to really clear the other team out.
Yeah, and the other thing to notice on specifically any mode, but Clamblitz is getting staggered will just ruin.
Oh, it's rough. Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough position as a respawning player to decide between like seeing the points going in and being like, oh, like we need to defend. I need to go defend. I need to kill the guy who's scoring points. But balancing that with taking a safe engagement, because if you go down, it's gonna be that much longer until your other teammates have help again. So yeah, they get staggered a little bit at the end there. Both teams were down players, but they still had the man advantage on that push, and they were able to keep scoring, and Triple Plan pulled through.
For sure. And our next map looks like it's going to be
Sturgeon Shipyard.
This
is a map I know. A good blaster map. It's got a very high middle area with low quartz.
Lots of nooks and crannies
Lots of nooks and crannies, a couple pockets on the sides. Tower control route here is very interesting. Of course, it crosses the bridge in the middle horizontally. Very exposed to snipers. Very exposed to flanks there. Then it drops down into the courtyard briefly and then crosses through that, where there's lots of high terrain looking down on that tower. So it takes a lot of dynamic teamwork to stay in control of the tower path, get in front of the tower, clear people out. Loads of different spots to defend from, but if you know where they're going to defend from, you can go and hunt them out as the offensive team. So
absolutely.
Be really interesting to see. Teams can snowball here if they get the tower control and they can get in front of the tower path. They can absolutely KO, but it can also be, there's also plenty of opportunities to stop the tower. So we'll see how they build their comps here and if they're able to maybe avoid those stagger situations and see these teams defend those tower pushes.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we're going to see some snipers come out here.
I think so.
I can see some longer range slatlings come out here as well.
Yeah, I can see a Hydra. I can see a Pencil. I don't know if any of these teams run E-Leader, but I can see it being used in this map. Maybe not in tower, but I've seen E-Leaders do some damage for sure on this map mode. When the E-Leader sets up on, you know the bridges that go up and down on Sturgeon Shipyard? When they're up, they can be quite a good spot to very aggressively set up a sniper, very high, very far forwards, while still being hard to reach if they can hit their shots.
And
so we got the ball point.
Got the ball point.
The
and
nozzle
I see a
back,
squiffer.
And we're keeping the bow as well. So yeah, not too different from what we've seen so far, but a mix of kind of the weapons we've seen in games 1 and 2 here.
One of the new Splatanas on the side of Romance.
Yeah, we got the missile and beacon wiper there. So yeah, Triple Plan on their set point here. We're playing 5 games, but they could lock up the win if they're able to pull this on. So Samurai setting up some beacons, wall painting for special here, and looking to get some missiles down for their opening push, while Triple Plan takes the tower right away and starts trying to advance it for the first checkpoint.
But looks like they know they are not going to be able to push it much further than where it's at.
Yeah. And they actually do go 3 down here. So the early push without specials was defended by Romance here, who waited, got some specials, and then defended against the tower. And there is that Squiffer trying to fire some shots at the tower from the spinners, but backing off wisely as Control Alt Dog tries to move that tower forward to the first checkpoint.
And Sean looking to keep him held back. But
yeah, trying to help his teammate clear the bomb and keep control of that spinner. And the spinners are starting to drop now, so the bridge is going down. Samurai firing some more missiles forward in front of that tower as they clear, almost getting to the 3rd checkpoint now, but they're going down 3 down. So they're going to lose that push around 32 here as Triple Plan tries to regroup with 2 specials on deck.
And Control Alt Dog goes down to the bow there.
Yeah, firing those ink strikes out right away to try and just retake mid, I think, here. Try and get some map control back as soon as possible. So they can be set up for a safe tower push here without having to worry about flanks.
And Shadow looking to get into position, goes down.
Standing on a fistful of arrows. Shadow does not survive that volley. And now Stevo and Sean moving this tower back up to the enemy courtyard.
I feel that's how it goes when you play against a good bow. Is you're standing somewhere and then you just see a bunch of arrows at your feet and half a second later
it's kind of like
done.
Acme when Wile E. Coyote thinks he's fine, but he looks down and he realizes he's run off a cliff. It's like, oh, I'm realizing now that I'm in danger. We got the Inkjet inside the bubble here, trying to fight this tower. Romance able to clear 3 players off. And yeah, Sherman Plan did not quite pull the lead there. Still at 35 and not clearing that checkpoint either. The bomb just slowly stalling it out here. We're seeing the advantage of not actually getting fully wiped, is that player can do a fighting retreat, throwing bombs and painting while they retreat.
Yep.
And not letting the offensive team take space freely. Samurai firing some missiles here, trying to get some map back. And now it looks like Romance is doing a pitch of their own as they fly towards that checkpoint.
Yep, and they are pushing towards that checkpoint.
Ooh. Aggressive play there. Did get chipped down a little bit by that ink strike, and they do keep moving the tower a bit. Jump on the tower is not going to last long.
We're not able to clear the checkpoint there.
Yeah, so a handful more points, but not a clear checkpoint. So that whole push did not gain a lot, but they did extend their lead a little bit, and they're looking to regroup here with good control of their own base.
And yeah, using bombs to keep them sort of pinned down in the mid.
Yeah, Shrimpo Plan dropping a lot of explosions on the other team's side here. They have the ink strike, they have the bow, but standing on a splat bomb is going to spell the end for Sean. Yellow Toad trying to control that tower, but missiles coming down, using the bubble to protect against the missiles, but there's players in the bubble too, and Yellow Toad is not able to fight them off, stopping them before the checkpoint again.
Unfortunately, trying to run Squiffer in close combat did not work out.
I mean, sometimes you just hit those shots and you feel like a superhero, and sometimes you don't. So Yellow Toad jumping back in and landing on a bomb. I don't think there was stealth jump on that. What do you think?
No, I don't think so either. Definitely got called out on that one.
Yeah, cleaning up that bridge and middle area. Romance starting yet another push. With 1 minute left, they have map control and they have the lead.
And they have Cooler.
They are hydrated as they go for their final push here. Even if they need one, standing here trying to fight this Squiffer on the grates, who is trying to get some shots, but wisely called out and picked off by Arkanov. Control Alt Dog taking an aggressive ramp there. Sean and his team trying to clear them out here as they have now cleared the checkpoint and are in the teens.
Yep, it is getting down to the wire here. Shrimpo Plan has 30 seconds left on the clock. They still have to clear that checkpoint. That is an uphill battle for them.
Roman's backing off here and trying to regroup in mid, but Shrimpo Plant aggressively attacking those positions and clearing more players out. Roman's still not at full strength and still contesting mid, but Samurai fighting the whole team here. Point sense, trying to get some picks. Not down yet, really evasive. Popping missiles and a hammer though, and that is going to be the end of Samurai. Ultra Stamp going through, and Shrimpo Plant trying to make their overtime push here. They have a man advantage. They have a special on deck. Can they do it?
They're in overtime. They are at checkpoint.
Throwing ink strikes on the tower, though. Control Alt Dog might stop the push. Not able to stop them, but now on the tower. Fighting on the tower. Control Alt Dog gets picked off. There's a jump coming in. The tower is at 24. Only 5 points to go. They're still fighting on the pole. It's a wipe. That's going to be a KO for Shrimpo Plan.
Bit of a pop-off on that one.
I think the bomb was maybe louder in my mic than I was there. So we get the 3-1 win for Shrimpo Plan. Because this is a mid-season tournament, we are going to play out Game 5.
Yep.
So let's see if My Nautical Romance can get a moral victory here and win Game 5.
Yeah, it'll. Yeah, still popping off a little bit over there, but.
It's exciting times here.
I mean, when you come back from overtime, you got to a little bit. You got to a little bit.
It's the overtime KO. It's what we live for. So, Game 5. Mincemeat Metalworks.
Some might call this the... I know that for a lot of players, this is their favorite map in the game.
Metalworks.
Yep.
When doesn't it? We're going to see... This is an interesting map. I think Zones here has been much maligned, as is Clown Blitz.
Definitely very...
For being very defensive, but it has been reworked.
Yep, they added at least 2 pillars to the map.
Yeah, there's a car, I think.
Oh, yeah? But definitely a map that favors a good sniping team. Or at least it has in the past.
I think also, depending on the mode, it can also favor, for modes that you actually have to move an objective, so not counting splat zones, it can favor some coordinated, decisive pushes because your opportunities will be few. So making the most of the points when you do get a chance to score can be really critical here because you might not get many of those chances.
Yep. I know Explosher also tends to be a very popular pick for this map.
Explosher can be really good here. Yeah, you can fire shots to a lot of good spots from behind cover. pressure a lot of the map, exert control over a lot of the map with an Explosher here. Low mobility though, so against bombs, the Explosher can have a hard time setting up. We'll see what kind of comps we see. We haven't seen an Explosher from any of these teams yet. We have seen that bow, which can use similar strategies, firing shots from behind cover, and we might see more of that in this game.
Looks like they're going for Rainmaker. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good one. The Rainmaker can try and take an aggressive walk across the grates on the left side, and then it has a more reliable path up the right, fighting up the ramps and around the corners. So we'll see which kind of checkpoint they choose to go for, and how they're going to try and make room for that Rainmaker to advance.
And I know Rainmaker, specifically for this map, there is a saucy little jump you can do off that checkpoint.
Oh, you do know I like a little extra sauce, Joel.
Absolutely. But yeah, that if you're able to make that jump, that is a huge push.
Well, you don't have to be the one with the Rainmaker. It can be really valuable for the team's offensive players, their short range weapons, to make that jump to get ahead and go and pressure those defensive positions.
Absolutely.
Right? Tower control can be great for that too. If the tower is in certain spots, you can, in that moment, make jumps that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. So opportunistic, aggressive plays are always great. And we are going to see the bow. We are going to see the heavy edit. We are seeing a Nova as well. So we're going to see a lot of point sensors. And as we start setting up here and going for the pop, Shrimple Plan going to try and take the points early.
And
picking up the Rainmaker and dropping, but not getting too far with it as the shots keep going. Nothing substantial happening yet. I think these teams are going to start getting close to specials as we get a pick by Arcanoth here and the counter pop.
The Laser's able to hold off their push for a few seconds.
Ooh, nice shot by Arcanoth with that partial charge as well. Trying to put some pressure past the goal, but not able to get there. 69 is going to be nice, but not going to be enough for a checkpoint.
And ooh, there's a wipe for Shrimple Plant.
Yeah, so they're setting up for the counter push right away here. Going to try and swim up to that checkpoint, but they're going to be defended a little bit here. The shots coming in. They do get the...
They do not.
They do not. Died on the Palinth, but not actually getting the points. And trying to contest here, but doesn't look like Romance is going to be able to pop that just yet.
Yep. Yeah. They are
getting the pop, and it looks like the checkpoint is happening this time. So, oh, we got a Squiffer on top. Samurai winning that fight. Damper squishing Samurai. Bomb shooting at that shield, but is looking like a Romance pop, maybe?
Oh, gets on the side. Who was that? Was that the Squiffer?
It might have been the Squiffer, yeah. Arcanoth here popping another Ingzuka and shooting some shots at that killer whale. Now backing up the teammate here. Arcanoth being careful to pay attention that their teammate does not get flanked while carrying that Rainmaker, and picking off some other players instead. Point sense now, so the Carbon Roller not going to be as easy to sneak around with as the Shrimple Planet here tries to regroup for their own defense.
And here comes the Booyah coming in. Able to stay alive, able to move back.
Yeah, Shadow standing in, Stevo standing in two partial damage shots there, getting hit by some bow and some Rainmaker. Samurai trying to get the pop here, and at full strength, Romance is going to try and start another push. They're hoping to get checkpoint this time, so Samurai trying to swim up ahead with that tactical buff and get in front of that goal and clear out the pro. But Bomb winning that fight and contesting the Rainmaker, trading out with the splat lane, but the Rainmaker's still alive and is going to be able to get that checkpoint.
Yep.
Once again, that tiebreaker rule in effect, so Romance does not have a lead just yet as they try and group up and get some pressure on that Rainmaker shield. They have to deal with that Squiffer, though.
And... Yep, okay. Ooh,
Arcanoth, yeah, I was trying not to mention that he was there in case they heard me. Arcanoth trying to sit in that flanking spot, but sniffed out by Shrimple Plant. Shadow here trying to defend the great path on the right here while the Rainmaker pushes left, and I think I saw something reaching into the base here. Yeah, we got a Zipcaster coming at Shadow here with the Squiffer Zipcaster, going for some Playmaker shots. Hammer coming up the left, and now the jump is going to be exposed. Yeah, that is a delayed wipe by Romance. Finally a chance maybe for them to go get a lead here. They do not need checkpoint again. They just need 1 point.
And looks like they're going to get it.
Yep, lead and a few more too. Pushing the Rainmaker up to this elbow here while the Squiffer tries to finish off the carrier, but not able to do it. 3 versus 3 now, 2 versus 3. Sherman Plan effective in their defense now. Stopping the Rainmaker carrier and picking up for themselves.
Romance has a slight lead, but there's still 90 seconds left on the board, so this could go either way at this point.
Yeah, Squiffer taking out Samurai there before able to complete that flank, and now Shrimp Plan has most of Romance cleared up and is going for the pop and run. Arkanauth, the flanker, sneaking out and getting the double, not effectively cleared. They did not find him, so sneaky Arkanauth. They did not find that carbon roller lurking near the Rainmaker.
Just complete denial of their push there.
Yeah, what a momentum killer. They were at least going to have a chance to try and fight for this elbow here and try and fight for lead, so they're going to have to reorganize and do it again. The bomb killing that Ultra Stamp before getting splatted. Standing right in the middle of that Rainmaker shot, trying to pop the Booyah Bomb, but the armor not kicking in fast enough. Arkanauth now going for an aggressive push with that Rainmaker, getting splatted, but the Rainmaker's way far away from where Shrimp Plan needs it to be.
Yep. And everyone's kind of all over the place at the moment.
Yeah, the teams are really spread out, fighting a lot of small skirmishes. Samurai picking off Sean here from that sharking spot, and now the Rainmaker picked up by Shrimp Plan, but do they have enough defense to protect the carrier? Samurai getting sniffed out by the Splatter Shot Pro there, and getting picked off by the Rainmaker as well. So it's now 4-on-2, and Shrimp Plan trying to move up. The long-range weapons push back to that right side, and so maybe Shrimp Plan is going to try and carry left here. Yes, they have runners in front of it, trying to make some space. A lot of chip damage coming down on this plat, and Shadow goes down, but the Rainmaker goes down too. We have a wipe. Shrimp Plan needs to pop. They only need 16 points to get lead, but there are going to be players there. Are they going to go wall? They got it. They got the jump, and that is a win for Shrimp Plan.
Very, very exciting set on that one. Again, just a lot of really close matches, a lot of back and forth between these two teams.
Yeah, at no point have I been sure of who's going to win the game or the set. So we have the match over. Yep. We have the win for Shrimp Plan, pulling together after having lost to Nautical Romance last tournament. So turnaround for them, and we are done round 2.
Yep.
So stay tuned. We're halfway through our round robin for today, and we will be joining you again shortly for round 3.
Sounds good. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ice Rink Season 9. I am joined with Brother Potassium.
That is not my name. Also, Potassium Brother would be more accurate because it's the right ordering
Banana
of the
Bro.
things.
Kenneth / Banana Bro. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. We are going to be commentating over Driftwood Mac versus My Nautical Romance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have seen My Nautical Romance playing earlier. This is gonna be my first time like fully following Driftwood Mac through a game, so I'm hoping that we get some good matches from them.
Yeah, I was talking with some of the players from Driftwood Mac earlier. So far, they've done extremely well. They have not lost a single game today.
Oh my gosh.
So I am hoping that we see some diversity in who wins and who loses.
I'm happy for them. Driftwood Mac. I see strong players on that team, and if they're able to make it work, that's awesome. I am seeing Musical Glory in chat. Banana.
Oh, yeah.
That's
misspelled too, but
I'll admit, chat, I forgot to bring you up, include you in the commentary before, so that's my bad. You are visible now. You have been witnessed, and I can perceive you. So,
I'll have
there
to
you
glance
go.
every so on purpose.
Yeah.
I recommend getting spell check, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. I see you, Ursula Squid. So this has been going really well thus far. I've seen a lot of players utilizing those extra matches at the end, either just for fun or for practice. Good to see. I think we're doing pretty good on time here too. So it's just coming up to 3 o'clock. So
Okay, yeah, 2:51.
And we're on round 4 now, I think.
We're on round whatever you want to be right now.
Three and a half.
Okay.
3.5 is what we're
Well,
at. So
we're going to round 4 on our sheet here.
Yep. So, I will trust you on that because you've been doing the TO stuff today, and you've got a better idea what's going on than I do. So,
Okay.
oh man, we were just chatting earlier at the spectator booth about the new weapons that have been added. Because I mentioned before when I was commentating with Stu, I've not been keeping up with Splatoon stuff due to other stuff happening. But I am hoping we get to see some of those new weapons here, so I can see how they look and act and all that stuff.
Hoping to see a decapitator. I haven't seen one yet today, but hopefully someone changes it up. Hopefully Driftwood Mac is feeling confident enough to try out the new wacky fun weapons.
Yeah, I mean, if this is what I want out of the extra matches at the end of a set, is for people to just try stuff.
Yeah.
And just play with it that way, because.
Well, I did recommend to Driftwood Mac to try all bamboozlers for the 3rd round.
That would be an interesting match, especially for me as somebody who canonically cannot aim in Splatoon. That would be a fun one to look at and try. It's been a good time. I've seen a lot of very close matches with spectating, and I think I'm glad to see people having fun, and especially actually, you're saying Driftwood Mac has been like.
Yeah, if you look at the previous results, yeah.
Holy.
I think the people who made the teams, I'm talking about myself. I didn't do a good job.
Well, you can gauge it based off of like how much they win, but the better thing to gauge it off of is like how much fun are they having.
That's true.
Because that's the one thing, like, I want to make sure people, when they come to these events, they're having a good time, whether they win or lose, and like that's why I like having the snack pile, I like having the spectator TV, and as well as, if we have time, like stuff happening at the end.
Okay, have we told the people at home what snacks that we have for the Splatfest teams?
No.
Okay, so I'll do a bit of advertising to come to the event if you're able to. So what I like to do is I like to bring snacks to each one of the LANs based on the previous Splatfest, or the current Splatfest, or the future Splat, depending on which one is the most convenient to
the
do
closest Splatfest.
No.
Okay.
No.
Whatever you
well,
feel
for
like.
the last one, anyway.
Yeah.
So if you came to the LAN today, if you picked Team Palace for which would you reserve for a day, you'd get some Edinburgh Castle Rock candy, imported from Scotland, and Andrew can attest.
Oh my God, those are so good. Like
Really good.
If I was left unattended with those, like I'd only need like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you go through them. I can give you some more. I'll give you a few more. Not all of them.
Well,
They were
I
expensive.
want to make sure that everyone has a chance to try them if they're on the right team.
Yeah, people have been sleeping on them. Like, I also haven't been like, if you said you didn't pick Team Palace, I haven't been giving them to them. But I gotta tell people, hey, you gotta try. It's part of my heritage. I'm very proud part of my heritage. Castle Rock candy, haggis,
Kilts.
Yeah, kilts.
Yep.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Love kilt. I gotta get myself a kilt. Anyway,
The Hot Topic exists. You can just like
I gotta get like the
dress.
nice. Like,
Oh,
I
you
gotta
want
get
a formal
yeah.
one? Okay.
When I was in Scotland, they cost like 600 pounds. Very heavy.
God.
Anyway.
I mean, I imagine like any formal wear, you can pay as much as you want for something
That's true.
like that.
I saw them for like 30 pounds, but they look like pieces of garbage.
Yeah. You want to be providing a quality kilt viewing experience.
Oh, of course. Anyway, going back from that, I don't want to talk too much about the view you'd get. So if you pick Team Theme Park, you would get a choice between regular or Chicago mixed popcorn. So,
Cool.
and I've been telling people, so if you you get the popcorn, you get the typical theme park experience, and then I'm like, oh, that'll be $17 after I give them a little cup. Yeah, thankfully I don't actually charge for it,
Yeah.
But I role play the experience so they feel like they're in a typical theme park after they receive their popcorn.
What we need to do is like make sure there's one spot in the floor that's really sticky too, like spill some pop like during
good
setup.
idea.
That would have been the real top tier move there. But we have the popcorn. We have that set up. And what do we have for the last one?
And then for the last one, we have watermelon cookies for Team Beach. And they have a little yellow gummy middle in the center to represent yellow sand. And then, as we all know, that during the Summer Night Splatfest, Big Man was dressed up like a watermelon. I saw those in the store. I'm like, oh, perfect. That'd be the best thing possible for that.
I love the vibes you bring to these lands. Like having those Splatfest themed snacks is always like. It's just a fun thing to like see what you end up bringing, and I love it personally. I think everyone here kind of enjoys that too, because like I was talking about it before. Like Splatfests were like my huge draw for Splatoon 2. I haven't had much time to play Splatoon 3 in general, but like I've loved what they've been doing with them. Like there's a lot more new outfits and like things going on with that. With
I love the
Splatoon
new
3.
like plazas as well, and they do like new reskins of all 3 plazas now for the major Splatfest. So.
It's a lot of work. Like we had shifty stations for Splatoon 2. This time they're like decorations. The vibes are gonna be immaculate. And tricolor as well. Yeah. So
I haven't played tricolor too much though. Personally, I prefer just standard turf war.
Yeah. I haven't had much time to play with that kind of stuff, but it does. They're an interesting mechanic, and I would love to try more of that.
Well, if you're excited, if people enjoy the snacks I bring, I hope you're prepared for the next LAN for the next Splatfest. I have to figure out how to bring fresh pasta here, but I'm gonna take a look at it. Get some culinary logistics going on.
Oh, fresh. Well, I mean, we don't even have a microwave. I was gonna say those like mac and cheese.
I was
cups.
thinking about those. Yeah.
You can bring a kettle.
Well, I was considering. I'd have to talk to the venue. I don't know if they want boiling water in here.
Good point.
I also could just do it outside and bring it in. Do some parking lot cooking. I believe that's called tailgating.
An illegal pasta food truck, essentially, is what you'd be.
Well, I
running?
wouldn't be selling it. So as long as I'm not getting money in return for it, then it's not me selling things. So I've looked into the legality of things like that.
Okay. Note for later when we're done. Ursula wants pics of these snacks. So I took one of the Palace themed snacks, but yeah, the watermelon cookies are things we got to take a picture of, and the popcorn.
Well, after the first round, I'll go run and grab them, and we can show them off on stream.
Oh, you know what? That's a better idea. Yeah, we can do that.
Make it more visually engaging.
We can give you the ASMR eating experience as well with that, and Ryan will love it directly in his ears. So, yeah, that'll be cool. So the next one is the what would you eat?
So it's a very interesting. It's what could you eat every day.
Yeah, it was pasta. There was rice, and what was the other one? Bread. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So thinking about it, the option is what could you eat every day. It's not. So the option is you have to eat it every day, but you have the option. It's not a mandatory thing. It's like someone offers you. It's like, hey, I'm going to offer you lifetime supply of whatever this thing is, and you could choose to have it. But if you do, you have to have it every day for the rest of your life. Got it. But we'll talk more about the philosophies of bread and rice after this match.
Carbohydrates later on. Okay.
Oh, we do have the decapitator. There it is.
There it is. Someone. Oh wow, that thing looks dangerous.
Well, it's dangerous for gingivitis, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Beware plaque and bacteria. Bad breath be gone. So that is like
yeah, it's like a Splatana.
It's a Splatana, but it looks a little bit more narrow. So I think. Oh, it's Melly playing it too. So I think Melly's doing us a service.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I don't think I personally have played on Robo Ramen. Oh, Melee gets flanked on this Rainmaker map here. Right now it looks like, wow, we already have some points on the side of...
They've already broken through as well.
Yeah. What's that? Driftwood Mac. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says
FYI,
Shrimple Plan and
yes.
Romance. Okay, we gotta.
Yeah.
We'll get that sorted out.
Yep. So wow, they are pushing like crazy up here. Already up basically on top of spawn here, and we have Shadow here just trying to best to pop that bubble and get going here.
Here comes the Super Chump. Looks like, yep.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say that's. I was trying to remember the name of that. Super Chump's just denying that area. Okay, Sid here with this stringer. That's the Lux, right?
Tri-stringer, I think.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the tri-stringer?
I can't
We are experts.
I'm not. Don't even. I'm not even gonna joke about that. I've been out of the loop. It's a ink shooting weapon that Sid has right now.
Looks like a bow.
Yeah. So oh my gosh, My Chemical Romance like starting a bloodbath over here. We're up to 56 points, and we need to see some. Wait, that's.
Are we? Do we have the colors correct?
Shadow is on my.
Yeah, we have the colors
Romance.
correct. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah. So. It's actually Driftwood Macchia that is really pushing this down to 6. They got taken out, but
we almost had the round end right away.
Yeah, Sid doing a great job of pushing up and like getting up to a really strong, really strong push there. So My Chemical Romance is gonna have to do a lot of work here to get some points on the board.
Yeah.
But thankfully they have a lot of time. They just need to play their cards right, play it safe, and keep it out of the hands of Driftwood Mac here.
Back in the middle now. Driftwood Mac is pushing up a bit.
I'm still like grasping the concept of this map. There's some interesting verticality here, like drop downs, like underpasses and stuff like that. So.
It is one of my favorite maps because it does.
Okay, Ryan's saying this is one of the best maps in the game, and it looks like it's a lot of fun to play on because like tons of areas and paths to go.
And then also just the aesthetics of the map as well, the theme of a ramen restaurant.
It's really cool. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. So we are seeing Driftwood Mac still applying pressure with the Rainmaker in hand. They're going pushing up, trying to get a few more picks before they get up to try and get that last mound.
They're playing smart. They're not rushing in all at once.
Timothy, Super Chump's coming in here. They dropped the Rainmaker, but Timothy is there to help pop it and try and get this.
They could get
no
it.
one around, but he's using some bombs. There,
1 point left.
So
Romance is alive for now.
The Romance is alive for now. Oh boy.
I spoke too soon.
Commentator cursed, as it happens. That crab cancel, indeed. That was. I wish I had more to say about that because like that map is very interesting.
Yes.
And I think Driftwood Mac did a great job of just maintaining pressure and not letting up. Like.
No. And the Super Chumps were just like every swat, like they're always there.
Yeah. And for a map like that, where like lots of turns and elbows and stuff like that is a great way to just do area denial and keep them on their toes. Does look like we have a sub happening here on the side of. Oh, they're just swapping seats. Okay, so it'll be back up in
a few seconds.
In a few seconds here.
Just some casual musical chairs, just to keep things interesting.
I'm sure they have the reasons for it. I don't know what's going on, but I trust the team knows what they're doing. It has been very interesting seeing how Timothy has been like progressing. Like he's always been a menace to go up against. And I saw him like always on the front lines there, just causing havoc for my Nautical Romance. My Nautical Romance I feel like is a pretty strong team. Like they've got great coordination. I hear their callouts quite clearly. With great communication and whatnot, but it seems like Driftwood Mac just has like a lot of pressure that they're able to apply. So
so what map are we seeing next? I thought we were on round 4. We're on round 3.
Yep.
Okay.
3.5. So we're going to Undertow Spillway.
Okay.
So
very interesting.
Canapic will be coming, but we don't know what mode we're going to be playing quite yet. So.
My heart and soul are on Turf War.
Do you think people would choose that if we let them?
I would choose it.
Yeah.
I would have chosen it every time.
I think that would be a big, good salt mine, just like a.
Well, you'd have a good back and forth though. It'd make good streaming. And the show is what matters.
You're right. In the grand scheme of things, it's about the memories we make, and people would remember that.
They would, and they'd be like, "Wow, that really sucked."
I don't think I personally would mind it, but I know that here in North America, Turf War is not like a competitive mode that people play.
See, I think if we do the 5 rounds in total, like round 5 should be a Turf War, the finale.
That'd be fun. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Again,
if we have like
Turf War best of 7, but only okay. Ryan's saying Turf War best of 7, but only if we have Schellendorf clams, which they would need to import into Splat 3. But if we go to the change.org link that I'm posting now, we can get Nintendo. No, I'm not posting it.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, social media man. All right, let's do this.
No.
I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on Discord. I'll put it on our LinkedIn page that I still have to make.
See, I think if you made us a LinkedIn page, it would be a fun gag, but we would probably get some people like, oh, esports.
Well, yeah, we could get some investors in. We'll buy. I can like invest in like culinary equipment. We'll get like, so I can like make like stuff for everyone. Make snacks.
Yes,
trailer.
We were talking about the carbohydrate Splatfest.
Yes.
Speaking
right.
of cooking and whatnot, so where do you sit on that?
So I had a long think. I had a bath. I'm like, I gotta think about this correctly.
Like bath, like candles, a glass of wine kind of thing?
Well,
or?
Like lights were down. It was a jacuzzi tub. I had like bath bombs. About $40 in bath bombs from the, I gotta seriously, invest in thinking properly.
Okay, that's the think tank right there.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so there's bread, there is rice, and there is pasta.
Yep.
So 2 of them, bread and pasta, are categories of meals, and then rice is an ingredient. So that really is really interesting because rice can be basically put into anything, but not everything is bread or pasta. And then you also have to think, when you have pasta, most of the time, you have bread to accompany it.
True, that's true. I hadn't thought about it from that angle. For me, it's an easy choice. Like, I grew up eating rice with basically every meal. I can easily do that for everything. Like, most meals that you would have with, like, meat and potatoes, I'm fine having with, like, the meat and substitute potatoes for rice. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
And a lot of, like, I don't know if I do, like, I'm trying to think of, like, how far that analogy goes, and my brain went to, like, rice Alfredo, and I guess it's kind of like a risotto.
That's true. Risotto I would put under the rice category rather than the pasta category.
Yeah, it's just like
is risotto
stewed rice.
It is. I don't want to give false facts to the stream.
So like for me, rice would be the easy pick because I think to me it's most versatile. But like that's how it's heavily influenced by how you grew up.
Yes, that was one of the things I thought about in the bath. It was like what in Western cultures, bread is probably the most prominent option, but in Eastern cultures, rice is probably the most prominent option.
Yep.
We will continue our philosophical debate on carbohydrates after this round.
Okay, so we have Undertow Spillway here. It looks like they have chosen Tower Control again. Not again. It was Rainmaker last time. So.
Towers and Rain.
Yeah. So Timothy on the brush here. Not surprised to see that, but the other team is likely scared to see that. Splasher from Sid.
We do not have the decavitator again. It looks like we have the brush. Oh, it keeps switching back and forth.
I see Splatoon.
Yes, that's where it is.
So that would be a logical shift from the cavitator.
We do see a dynamo though, which is very good. I do like dynamos. They're very nice to see competitive.
For people who can use them, yes. They're terrifying to go up against just because of their range and their just the sheer ink force that they're able to put down. But I can't.
If one sees you, you're down unless you get them in the 3 seconds it takes to do that swing.
Now we're getting a good ambush on that.
That was a very good pick.
On that jump coming in, but Timothy just following, like chasing him down to make sure that he's not able to just wreak havoc around here.
Timothy sharking around there to see if they can pull off something.
It looks like right now things are in favor of Driftwood Mac again. I'm disoriented right now, but I see a lot of their color right now. Samurai against Timothy, short range battle in favor of Samurai there. And yeah, I see.
Second checkpoint in there.
Yeah, Driven back at second checkpoint.
Oh, couldn't escape in time.
Yeah, Sid doing a great job with that. Is it triple splash?
Triple splashdown.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I just wasn't clear on the name, as they just continued with the name of splashdown. But yeah, that has a wide range that seems like very hard to get out of at that point.
It's balanced though, because you're very vulnerable while you're using it.
Do you no longer have a shield?
You do get a shield, but it breaks very quickly.
Oh, okay. But so you've traded off armor for range.
Yeah. And I believe if you get splatted, your two of them still splash down. I think.
That is correct, apparently, according to Ryan.
Oh, so you can splat the
Okay, interesting. Again, haven't had a chance to play for a while, so I'm catching up on the updated stuff. And this is a while ago this launch, so. Wow, straight at the side here. Driftback is at a very good position here with 27 points on the board, and Chemical Romance not able to get past the incredible pressure that Driftback is putting on them.
Another triple on the tower. They're at third checkpoint. I don't know.
See a lot of Driftback on this,
and they're down by.
Nope. There it is.
That was a good splat bomb, though. That would have done some major damage if the round would have lasted a few more seconds.
Yeah, if they had like a little bit more time to get that off, that would have been awesome, but wasn't able to do that. Man, that is... Driftwood Mac is on a roll, so that is 2 for them, if I recall correctly, and they are very...
they're a force to be reckoned with.
They're a force to be reckoned with. I'm trying to figure out like what you can do against that, because like they have a pretty good spread, like Timothy being the brush frontliner, and I think I have seen Sid seems to be midline support.
Yeah.
And Lunar, I believe, who's their long range on that team?
They had was there a blaster on that team that round? I think that was Puddle Duck on Blaster.
It might have been Puddle Duck on Blaster, but like regardless, they're able to put insane pressure and just. I think they're just really good at getting picks and just keeping the other team on their toes. So. Yeah. Let's see. We're going to be going off to
Museum di Alfonsino. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm flipping the page. All information you need is on one.
You're looking for a pronunciation guide on the other side.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Yeah, there it is.
This is my favorite map from Splatoon 1.
My memories of Museum Delfoncino was the creepy sounds that would come on there after the Splatfest, and that made it stand out to me. But the spinny bits and like the long path to the center is something that gets me. Like it's a big map.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my during like splat zones on Museum is my favorite. And then what you would do is you'd pick a weapon that had ink strike, and then you would just hang out in your area and then just spam ink strikes, and then you just win.
Ye old ink strike with the Wii U gamepad.
I miss the Wii U gamepad so much.
It is a fun tool. I loved the functionality of it. I don't know if I'd go back personally.
I wouldn't go back to the Wii U era, but I am glad it happened.
Yeah, same. Because like it was a great parody with that and like the DS, like having the double screen stuff happening.
Yes, especially for Virtual Console as well. But
oh my God, yeah.
I feel like we're getting a bit off topic from Splatoon.
It's
just reminiscing about our good old Virtual Console Nintendo days.
It's like they've done a good job of porting that stuff, the functions of that over to Splatoon 2. Like the map functionality from Splatoon 1 of being like super jumping instead of like picking on the gamepad. You just use joystick and it's fine.
Yeah, you're able to see it, and also you don't have to look down. You just press a button, and it's just there.
Yep. I thought I'd hate that transition a lot more than I did, but it was fun.
Yeah.
What do you know when you don't get angry about everything that changed in a video game? You acclimate a lot faster.
Yes. Yeah, it's good. Just if you're ever salty, just drink some water.
Balance that saline dilution out a bit more.
And just drink water in general. That's
exactly.
Alberta Squid Farm's PSA of the day. Please drink water.
Especially on these hot days that we're having here in Alberta. Like, my God, stay hydrated, everybody.
Yep.
This is your cue. If you're watching, drink some water right now. So, let's see what we have. That is a We have an Explosher, is that an L3, and a Range Blaster on Driftwood Mac. That is a...
L3? I think that's just a range blast. I don't see the...
Well,
I don't see an
let's look at that one.
Yeah, that's a blaster.
It's a blaster? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, that is...
That's a rapid blaster.
That's a rapid... Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Blue rapid blaster.
That's some good pressure they're able to put up on that ledge.
They got missiles already, but I think they're just going to be able to get back on that tower after missiles are gone.
Yeah, so, and like, they're doing really good for turf too. Just that one little glance in the mid there, like, there is a lot of their ink on the field right now. They were able to get past checkpoint 1, but they did get ejected off of there, and things are back to neutral here. Kraken coming out, nice pick from Lunar there, getting some Kraken's up on top of one. That's, yeah. Ooh.
Delayed wipe out there, unfortunately for them.
Yes, that was a great combo because the Kraken was up there doing all the close range stuff, and then just being bombarded by the blasters that's a hard place to be in.
Yes.
I think the best way to get around that would be to like add more range to your comp, or just utilize bombs a bit more.
Missiles certainly will help them there. Being able to get the pick on Sid, there we go.
Yeah, Zamar doing a great job, like using the Tenta missiles to not only put pressure, but also like track and hunt down Sid. So it looks like they are. Ooh, this push is going pretty far. We're at 16 points already, and we're only still 3 minutes left on the clock here, and things are progressing extremely fast here. Tactical are coming out to support this. This is a very, like, they are not letting up. There's a beacon up there on that platform as well, so they're gonna just keep coming in to keep this push alive as long as possible. Jeez. Yeah, with again with that beacon up there, they just Timothy just like harassing people. They're making sure the other team just doesn't have a second to breathe or rest.
I think Romance should be able to get.
There we go.
There's the wipeout.
Perfect. That's great news for them. Worked hard to get them out of there. Hopefully they notice that if there's a beacon that it's already gone, but they are putting a beacon down of their own, and Samurai getting a nice, top. I think that's back in their base, I think.
Yeah, get in the missiles there.
Yeah. Doing some good setup for support. Oh my God.
Something's happening on the other setup.
The other setup is getting really hyped. So.
Roma's got 2 points on the board.
Yeah.
This wasn't a complete sweep.
If
they, sorry, that was a bit presumptuous of me to say. If they win.
Yeah. I'm just glad to see the other team like getting something in there, because right now, like again, like Driftwood Mac is putting up insane pressure with their comp and their just overall performance. Like Chemical Romance, like man, seeing that trap in the blaster, they were like just getting encompassed in that ink and not being able to move. Like it's almost a guaranteed two shot when in that situation on those small platforms. It might be partly why they again this. Yeah. Millie doing a great job of keeping alive here and getting this tower moving. There's a lot going on in this tower. Flank coming in, taking them out. Timothy, it looks like was responsible for that. Sid is harassing Shadow over there. My gosh, look at this turf.
Yeah, Exploshers. If you have a good Explosher against you, you're gonna have really annoying to deal with.
Yeah. And I think with the comp they have, like being able to have eyes on where people are, and
and that's the game.
Wow, that's game. So that goes to Driftwood Mac, a 3-0 sweep.
Yep.
We will see if they are able to, if they're going to keep playing for the practice of it or what have you. But that was, that was crazy. Hagglefish is what's coming up next. Trying to remember the layout of this map, but it'll
big main open area with the 2 flanks along the side.
That's what. Yes. Okay. This one's a fun map. I like this one.
I like this map as well.
Yeah. I haven't played this map with Kraken yet, and those alleyways are probably.
Yeah. And then even just through the main center area, you can just like do one thing through and like take out one of the halves of the main section.
That sounds fun. I need to get in there and try that at some point.
I can't play Kraken very well. I keep pressing X to jump. Like I keep opening the map. I'm like, this is not what I wanted to do.
I'm glad to see Kraken back, and I don't know. Are you like tuned into the meta at all?
I am not.
Okay.
Are you tuned to the meta at all?
No.
Okay.
I like it because of the pretty colors and the community that's here.
Yes.
I would probably reverse those orders, actually. I'm here primarily for the community. It's just, it's a good time. It's been a while since I've been able to come to a LAN. It's been a long time. It's just like seeing people here having fun, laughing, and
we have missed you.
Socializing. That's awesome. I just love seeing this setup, especially how it's grown too. Like, I don't know if you guys talked about it last time, but like we have a full 2 setup now.
Yes.
We were borrowing monitors from the
Is it Odafest?
no, it's Smash Club.
Smash Club.
And we have more of those portable monitors with a high refresh rate that pack down really nice and small.
They are very thin.
Yes. And I like them a lot. And just having our own independent setup with two setups here has been wonderful for us. Like, behind the scenes stuff, I'd have to like usually drive down to this far south to pick up those monitors, or either that or go to like Mount Royal to grab it from the lockers. And just being self-sufficient in this respect has been awesome. At this point, the only thing we need to remember to bring is like 2 docks.
Yeah.
And it's very
and a
nice.
few charger cables probably.
Yep. So it's been good. It's been very good.
I was supposed to get snacks to show people.
Oh,
I have 16 seconds left.
do it next time.
Yeah, I'll do it the next one for the last one.
For the last one, because we'll have time for that for sure. Because if it looks like they're continuing to play, which is awesome, we still have time for that. And I'm interested to see how Monolical Romance plays around with these extra matches. Yeah.
All right, looks like we're doing splat zones, my favorite mode for this map.
Yep. This one is, I have a lot of my memories on this map are from playing splat zones. I love how Monolical Romance starts each match with a good luck, have fun to the other team. It just, it's good stuff.
So what do we got? We got Romance has not all shooters, 3 shooters and 1 splat.
Nautilus on each side, as well as two NZAPs on the side of Monolical Romance is going to be turfing like crazy.
That is probably a response to the previous match where they just weren't able to have that turf control.
Yep. Ooh. Who is on Charger? So, Driftwood Max choosing for... that's actually a great pick for this map, having 2 long range, 2 backline.
Yeah.
Because with the long alleyways, that's going to be a great just pressure that they're able to get in. It is...
2 people push up, 2 people hang back. Good jump points for the people that get splatted.
And just seeing the super chumps here, like... That is a crazy combo. The super chumps with... It was rude, just assaulting that plat and just taking it over entirely with those 2 specials. Whew, boy. We're already down to 15 points for Driftwood Mac. And
Go 3 down, though. They might, if they could get it.
Yeah, we have a super jump coming in here. There we go.
Nice.
There's
We
a
got some
penalty.
points
This is why I like splat zones, because you can come down to that wire and still come out on top with some good coordination. Wow!
Yeah, that ink back was...
That was a hurt corner right there. That was a rough time, but we see Nautical Romance all jumping in there to maintain pressure. Shadow able to provide that jumping point. Reef Slider, there we go. Ursa saying nerf Reef Slider.
I think we should buff Reef Slider. Make it so you have 4 of them go in all directions. That wouldn't be annoying at all.
Oh, jeez. Triple Reef Slider.
Triple
there we go. You know,
stick with the 3 motif.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, I think. Hey, they have those challenge modes.
That's true.
just let everyone like Reef Slider all the time. Just full control of it, steering and everything. That would be an incredible mode. We'll get a change order petition for that one as well. But looking back at the match here, we see Nautical Romance like able to put a lot of points on the board there. They did have a penalty to get through as well, but it is going back to Driftwood Mac, who's chipping away at their penalty there. But we see Nautical Romance here doing a great job of just like keeping their keeping their platform free, but this special comp from from My Nautical Romance is it's great. Like the Super Chumps, the Reef Slider, and the Vacuum. It's denial at its finest.
Yeah.
That was very that was very a lot of pressure. Words are very hard for me. My coffee from this morning has worn off. I felt that as we were sitting down, and
I mean, I can relate. I haven't eaten today at all yet. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Well, I usually. I mean, I do have snacks that I brought with me. I just haven't had time to eat them.
You know what? Now's the time.
Oh yeah, I gotta grab the snacks.
Oh no, Ryan's doing
right.
support here. Ryan's getting the snacks for us.
We'll show off the faithful viewers all of the snacks I brought with me.
Yeah. So, let's see. The last place they're going to is Hammerhead Bridge. Okay.
Finally,
very long, very long map. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so if you pick Team Palace, you get Edinburgh Rock Candy. There's the camera. I was showing the iPad. That's not the right place. Very delicious.
Show what those look like.
Oh yeah, we should.
Because like, I thought they were gonna be like Altoid mints. They're like powdery little pucks. Like if you're gonna have any sort of like European food, it is gonna look bland as hell and like just like this.
Wow,
but these are come on.
Yeah, no, I know. I love my boiled fish.
Yes, but like they're kind of soft and chewy, and actually now that I look at it, it reminds me a little bit of banana because it's got like little ridges on the side here. But let me read the cause like they feel kind of powdery, but the ingredient list is starting with sugar, then citric acid, then cream of tartar, ground ginger, flavorings.
Love the flavorings.
And then colors. And then
lutein.
Lutein, chlorophyllin,
anthocyanins.
Yes, and then coloring foodstuffs is safflower extract.
And what?
Riboflavin.
I don't think there's riboflavin.
That's like a biology term, isn't it? Riboflavins.
There's no riboflavin in this.
The riboflavins were the friends we made along the way, but I really like the flavor of these.
They're very delicious.
Like, again, just very tasty. And
we took too long talking about the candy because we're on the last round.
We'll have time afterwards. I see a dogfish head.
I'm going to have another candy though.
Okay, you bought them. They are expensive, so
imported all the way from Scotland.
Yeah. If I ever go, I'm gonna just fill a suitcase with those. Typically with a Luna Blaster. I feel like I've seen that before in previous seasons as well, but I associate him with Brush because that's the thing that I think causes the most pain. Oh my god. They already have a power climb. I just realized that we're playing clam bits right now too.
Yeah.
18 clams on the side of Driftwood
20
Mac.
clams, 21.
This and no.
2 hammers. It's hammer time. One hammer went down, that's okay. The other hammer's still there. You got a backup.
My god. But they did get a pat up here. Oh, not able to get close now. Sid here with the big bubble.
A bubble on the strategy. I typically employ that strategy as well.
Yeah, but looks like they were only able to get one power climb and a little bit in, leaving the scattered clams around here for My Nautical Romance to pick up and get going on, along with the pity climb as well. So now we just
hopefully the Charger can get some picks for Romance.
There's a bomb!
Oh, yeah, I just saw that as well.
I'm shouting at the screen as if they can hear me.
I mean, they are in the same room as you, they may maybe be able to hear you.
I shouldn't though.
That is audience interference.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead men tell no tales, as they say.
My Nautical Romance, Zamrai getting points on the board for them. Looking like a dangerous spot to get a beacon up there, but
that is a pretty good trade because they were in their base there. Well, they got another power climb and they're taking the lead.
Nice. Good job, My Nautical Romance.
All they have to do is just defend now, and then they can take the win.
I don't think they're going to be able to do that, just judging by how Driftwood Mac has been playing. But looking right now, neither team has enough for a power climb, and they're just trying to play it safe and get turf down. Looks like, again, like Driftwood Mac has solid control of the mid here. Seeing a Kraken come out from the side of My Nautical Romance, trying to... so they're
There's the double hammers again.
That is the stuff of nightmares. Seeing the double hammer coming up that alleyway That is...
Triple hammer.
My God! That... So their comp is 1 big bubbler and 3 hammers.
Yeah.
That is a great and very rude comp for this map in particular, with the long, narrow alleyways.
Need to change their name to something related to MC Hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. Bubble butt hammer or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know any. I don't know. Hammer pants? No.
No. It's fine. Well, they can workshop it on their own if they want to change it. But my God, Driftwood Mac like getting some nice picks there and just pushing up.
Again.
Yep. Broke the barrier again. Melly here just trying to hold on to that power climb and get these stinky squids out of their area. There is a lot going on in this. They're down to 7 points left.
Hammer. They got 1 more clam and then they win.
Yeah, so it's up to my nautical runs.
They don't have any clams though.
Lunar.
Oh,
there it is. I was gonna say I saw Lunar coming up. Very intense match.
Yes.
Good job to Driftwood Mac for being just an unstoppable force. Clearly your efforts have all paid off. So good stuff. Let's continue with the snack tour.
All right, so snack review. So if you pick Team Theme Park,
yes,
you get some delicious movie theater popcorn. And as typical for the theme park experience, this was manufactured months ago.
I honestly buy that from time to time.
It's pretty good.
It's that Flavacol butter salt that makes this different from the microwave popcorn you have at home, which you can just buy off Amazon and like make your own movie theater flavored popcorn, which is awesome.
The stuff also has turmeric in it, which is very good for your...
This has turmeric in it?
It has turmeric, or turmeric, however you pronounce it. Yeah, last ingredient.
Oh my God.
It also has milk in it.
Well, I mean, that makes sense because it's typically buttered.
That's true.
And the last one.
So if you pick Team Beach, you get these summertime cookies, watermelon flavor.
You said you had watermelon cookies, and my brain failed to conjure up any sort of image of what those could possibly be.
Here they are. Would you like one?
Sure. I will.
We gotta try the snack. We gotta let the viewers know what they taste like. Gotta give it a review.
So the popcorn.
Oh, yeah. How is the popcorn?
Good. What I would do at home is I'd put that in a bowl, microwave it for a little bit so it's warm. And it'll be very good.
Not a bad idea. Initially, what I was thinking of doing was I brought little cups for the popcorn, because what I was doing is handing out little cups of popcorn to everyone.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of doing was putting one of these cookies in the bottom of the cup, filling with popcorn, and then sprinkling some of the Castle Rock candy on top, and you get like a nice little like a treat with all 3 of them.
We'll call that the indecisive cup.
Yeah.
So, out of habit, I tried to twist
they're
cap
not like
of mine.
Oreos.
No, I used to love these cookies, style of cookies, anyways. But it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the snacks that here. This one's for Ursula. And with that, we are gonna pause while we get set up for the next match. I guess I've touched this cookie. I've got to eat both of them.
Yeah, they're yours now.
So, we will be back in a little bit, and hopefully I won't be chewing and eating on stream. But until then, talk to you in a bit.
and it's shrimp. It's
Purple plane.
which team is it? Which is the other team?
Yeah.
It's Driftwood, but which is the other team?
Play. Which one was? Childish Gambino.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah, I was confused because Arc is there.
Yeah. Yep.
Be switching out for Cow.
Put us live as soon as you can. Just let us know. Okay.
We're live right now? Okay.
Welcome. We join you in the middle of a set.
Yes.
Between Driftwood Mac, who we have in the green, and Childish Gambino, who we have in the purple.
Yes.
This is
Clan Blitz?
yeah. Okay, so we got Clan Blitz. We didn't miss any scoring, so I'm happy we were able to get that. So we got Sid on the, I believe, on the Explosher. This is a very the makeup of these two teams are Driftwood has yet to lose a game either in this LAN or the previous LAN. They were 12-0 last LAN, and they have been 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, and 5-0 today. So they are going for a full 20-0 sweep.
Yes.
And we'll see Childish Gambino. An underdog team in their own right can mount a challenge here.
Well, no one scored yet, so.
No, we got Tim on the Dapples. I believe that. Yeah, that's.
There's the score.
Okay. Yep. Down to 53. Oh, that's a bad pick. Interesting that.
Relentless.
Yeah, interesting that. Oh, okay. Solid use of special, but easily avoided. Oh, Arch does
great.
get through though. Arch is subbing in for Gambino right now. Arch, my teammate from My Nautical Romance, rocking the Carbon Roller Deco as he usually does. It'll be interesting to see how this sub in can change the dynamic of this game. It's not going to change this though. 2 more clams to an end, and that's it.
All right, very, very quick match there.
Yes. It's. Yeah, good to be back. We did comms last time for one set as well, and it was another Driftwood set.
Yep.
This team's still very good. That's all. That's the big takeaway of today.
All their fingers still work.
It does. Note whatever they're doing with like clamping
exercises.
Yeah. Maybe they got those like
those
squeezy things or the stress balls.
Hopefully not I don't think the shake wake would help.
No, that seems like a pretty.
Maybe for motion controls.
For motion controls, maybe.
Maybe. Anyway.
But only so much that can be helped with there. Okay, what are we doing next? We just did
Umami Ruins. We're heading to Crab Lake Capital next.
Yep, the Crab Lake capital of the world, and.
Oh, are we? Nope.
No, we're going to Bluefin. That's wrong. Our thing is wrong. That's okay.
Our data is. That's okay. We'll figure it out.
It says.
Well, okay, so it is Crab Lake.
Okay. It's all right. Some technical difficulties. That's whatever.
Are you a fan of crab legs?
I have never. My experience with crab has always been I've eaten it like with something else. And I haven't had that many opportunities to try crab, but it seems good. It seems like a good source of protein.
It's all right. I can eat a few of them, but then it's like that's too much butter.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I can eat like 3. I keep holding my fingers off this side. Camera can't see.
Is that the cookout?
Well, I was just trying to do
crab
like
leg
hold 3.
Yeah.
To make myself more visually engaging.
Yeah, that's fine. And okay.
Okay, so we're doing splat zones.
We're doing splat zones on crab leg. This seems like a. I'm gonna do a read here and say that Sid is probably gonna go with Explosher for this. This seems like kind of a perfect map for it with all of the grades.
It does help you
and
can see
the elevation that's
Sid's
there.
Screen as well.
Yes, we can. We can look over. I can confirm insider information.
Yeah.
Keep it hush hush. And then we got, we got the Octobrush, right? Tim with the Octobrush. really, like, the least ranged out of all of them by far, but boy, do they make up for it with their positioning.
Yes.
Their positioning is pinpoint perfect.
Almost
they are
immaculate.
Yeah, and they'll just shark you. They'll just shark you, and you can't do anything about it.
No.
So it's very tricky. Clambino for this really needs to focus on range, focus on having good call-outs and picking out where people are.
And
kind of just
sure
matching
that they don't get taken over with paint coverage as well. Like they
paint cover, obviously important in every game mode, but especially important on splat zones.
Yes.
So, what are their weapons of choice? We got Arch sticking with the Carbon Roller Deco, their signature weapon. We got a T-Tech shot. We got Heavy Edit to provide some sippies. So we got a double Ink Strike comp here between the T-Tech and the Neo Splash.
They'll be very good for keeping control of their turf just in general.
At very least, it can allow them with good positioning to cheese the zone.
Yeah.
And really give them a fighting chance, like it did here. Like they just took it.
Yeah.
And then they have more coming in right away. Oh, good pick on Rowan.
And especially
Ray.
avoiding the Ink Strike as well.
Yeah, Ray doing a really good job with this flank and really providing a lot of good positioning. Trying to outrange Shale, tricky. Or no, that's Lunar.
They were doing.
I
good,
read
though.
it Vortec, but it was Lunar.
Oh, okay. Doing a flank, see how that works out.
I should have known that. Oh well. Okay. A good initial push. Arch in very deep, just trying to fight everybody from a place where they were surrounded.
That Ink Strike didn't make the mark. That's all right.
Can't get any insurance picks there. All right, and now. Oh, and now their Neo Sploosh their Neo Splash was pushing them back with the Ink Strikes as well. Real eye for an eye there. Okay, and then okay, that's a good pick. It's a 3v2. They should win this.
And they got the.
They got good pop on the specials. They do win back the zone. Here comes Sid again. Oh, good pick there. And then Sid does see the jump in there as well on the side.
And it avoids
the missiles from the paintbrush to push him back. And Sid really focusing in here on Clabe. Clabe does have Sippy. That can help them maybe get some sustained momentum.
They're gonna jump into that strike
yeah,
for a
they
second.
barely
I was
avoided
like,
that.
Oh no!
Don't do it. Choose life. They did. And they do get zone back. The double Ink Strike is really working here. They've synergized those really well. They're down 3-1, but they were able to cap the zone, and again, it gives them a fighting chance. That's all they really need here is a fighting chance.
Yeah, just keep chipping away at their
goal, just keeping them back. And again, like trying to get lucky picks here. That's a range blast. That's a range blaster though. That's a range blaster pick if I've ever seen one. We got Tim in the middle, kind of overseeing this zone.
Yeah, I think I was mentioning earlier where they were
a bit more like an active, bit more of an active overseer than it is in like Fallout.
Well, that was a good reference.
Thank you. I just finished that show. It was very good. Trying to get out, but that's a wipe, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end.
Again, Tim in perfect position to cover the grate.
Yeah.
Take care of that, and I think they had people in their base as well.
I was gonna say not overextend, but if they had people in their base, then they were like, oh, well, they obviously had the confidence that they could figure it out.
And the range as well.
Yeah.
That's another difficulty of this team. Even if you're coordinating where you're going, and you can figure out where they are, if they get far enough in, they can just shut you down completely.
Yeah, you can't get the turf, you can't get the specials, you can't get the picks. You're just stuck in a spawn.
Yeah. So now we move on to Wahoo Worlds.
Wahoo Worlds.
Well, it's a good thing that map doesn't give any kind of advantage to range at all.
That is very true.
Notably, very closed off, claustrophobic, small map Wahoo World.
You got the main area kind of where you can snipe through, but that's about it.
Yep. Yeah, options are quite limited here. That's such an unlucky map draw, dude. That's such an unlucky map draw.
Well, it's it's thematically appropriate for the previous Splatfest. It is the only theme park in the game, and we gotta have some representation for it.
It is. And just like in the Splatfest, the theme park lost.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
It is.
It's
but
not.
I can also say objectively that as a member of Team Beach, I did win. And did you not?
Well, I picked Team Theme Park because it's objectively the best option.
Oh, well.
You can go to a beach whenever you want. If there's people there, it's fine. Who cares?
We.
You go to Disneyland. There's no lines for rides. There's no rides at a beach.
It's funny because as like a group, like a social group, we planned a beach adventure like a couple weeks ago.
And it was great.
Right around the time, like we started planning that before the Splatfest was announced. So in a way, the game was telling you what to pick.
But we reserved the entire beach? No, we reserved part of it, but not the entire thing. We didn't need the entire thing to have a good time. At Disney World, you need to reserve the entire thing to have an excellent time.
It's a lot of walking.
That's why you have the entire thing to yourself. Bring a scooter.
Yeah. So, this is an unlucky map rotation for them. In all seriousness, I don't know what mode they've picked for Wahoo here, but I feel like, what would they pick for this? It wouldn't be zones because again, the range is gonna it's gonna cause the same kind of problems that it did on Crab Leg, except on Crab Leg at least you have like the elevation to help with mix-ups and to help with flanks. You don't really have that option here for zones. Then they did not pick zones, they picked tower.
Okay, well that's what I was going to say. I wish I said it before you said that, because then I would have been like, oh, I got it right.
I wish I had stopped myself before you had said your prediction, so then it could come true. All right.
It's okay.
Here we go. Tower control, Wahoo World.
You can see the Rapid Blaster already.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
All right.
And Explosher.
They have a ballpoint. That can help. Charles Colombino does have a ballpoint. The Inkjet can be helpful with that, and just, again, the sheer range.
And then
it's
the
a direct
junior
counter. Yeah. This is to make a direct counter of the ballpoint to ballpoint. Also, the Splash is an interesting choice. Thinking to use maybe the Crab. That is something that.
Which special does that Splash have? Is it the
Splash is Crab?
Okay.
They've both chosen Splash for this. Oh, there's a Splash down. Not to be confused. All right, and Driftwood has the Crab out. They had the Splashdown used there.
All right, Ray has the Crab
and
ready to go.
They're kind of retreating. Timothy,
really avoid.
Oh, that was a great pick. Really sneaky Explosher pick. Sid's really good with those. There's the Splashdown to kind of cover, but Klaben's got to get. Oh, okay,
there's the
Inkjet. That's good. And then getting away from the elevation. Oh, a rogue Rapid Blaster shot. I thought the torpedo got them, but no, just a perfect pick out of the air. The Crab's out again, limiting options even further. And they got a tactical down as well. So even if Colombino is able to stop this push, which it looks like they are, they have done a bit of a strategic retreat here. Whatever picks they get in the next 15 seconds are going to be pretty quickly negated.
Then they do have the beacons up right.
Oh, Lunar's Splash, so tricky there. Just kind of going away, getting out of sight, out of mind, and then coming back in and taking a fight that's already been engaged. Oh, there's a Rapid Blaster, I think, behind.
Oh, we got Jinx.
Yep. Did get the splat on Sid, which helps, but it's a 2v4. So ideally, Colombino will be able to push it back here and give themselves a fighting chance. Whoa.
Tower is going back towards the middle still.
Yep. They're just letting it reset. They don't have to stay on it until it gets back to center. But Driftwood Mac is going to but Driftwood Mac has denied them the opportunity. So
yeah,
they've begun pushing again. They do get a pick. Okay, it's a 3v3 right now. The Rapid Blaster seems to be anywhere and everywhere, just judging from this POV. Oh, the Crab.
No, yeah, up
Perfect crab from Lunar. Tim down the middle providing Sippy and
the
as we
beacons,
lovingly call Tacticaler. Oh wow. Okay,
Oh,
kind of
Mac
rolled
is down 4.
into danger there. They should get a pick here. Yep,
Yeah.
that's a delayed wipeout.
They did get a few more points.
Oh
though.
no, the splashdown from Sid. Just to push it a little further. And then Tim is still up as well.
And he got the
Tim must have provided the super jump there. Wow, what a sneaky play. And the crab is, wow, POV, you are crab.
Yep. that's a good good angle.
That was awesome. I wish it did that every time you use crab.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be very cool. Okay, 8-7-6. They really got to stop the push here.
They got the
They did get away. They didn't follow the splash down.
Cooler down.
Oh, the bubbler up. That could give them a bit of time. It's not going to though. That's a tough feeling. You pop the bubble on the tower and then you lose it and lose the game.
And they're still there, yeah.
Wow. All right. Wahoo's done, and now we go to Eeltail.
Yes.
A hallway. A big, long hallway map. And then it's Scorch, another big open map.
Yes.
Not quite as... Scorch is comparable to Wahoo in how open it is.
Yeah. Also depends on what mode you have too, depending on how open it is.
Yeah.
If they have the grates going across the middle or not.
Eeltail is a hallway. This is going to be... I can see this being a bit closer, just because of the natural. Like it is a hallway. It is a much.
The blasters and explosher though will be even more painful to deal with. Though.
It is a much thinner. Yes, but it is a much thinner map. It does provide a lot more chances for cover. So, this will be interesting. I want to focus on how good Driftwood is this game at just clearing flanks.
Yeah.
Just sort of like SEAL Team 6 did on May 1st, 2011. Like just how they're able to just get in and just like coordinate, like go up, and just clear out areas.
I'm not sure what happened on May 6th, 2011. I don't know if I want to. What happened? Or is that a political thing? Should I not have asked that?
It's
SEAL Team 6 did a good job.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Whatever they did.
Anyway, this is we're gonna keep things on the
related.
north side of the border as much as we can.
Okay.
So let's talk less about like a country where the president just resigned and more.
We'll talk about
like
the Mounties. They're doing a good job. I love their horses.
Okay, Rainmaker. Okay, what counters are they gonna have for Rainmaker here? They've tried using a lot of. I feel like this is going to be another heavy explosion map, another heavy rapid blaster map. I don't think Driftwood Mac is really going to mess with the winning formula here for this game.
I think they're going to try something a bit different.
They could, yeah.
Based on what I can see in their screens.
Oh, yeah, okay. They are absolutely capable of just like trying something like for.
They should go all bamboo. All bamboozler.
They could. I could see them doing something like that and still like pretty convincingly winning. Game 5 against us today, we've already played them. For the final game on Hammerhead, they went triple stamper.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they sure did stomp and then wipe the floor with us. Yeah, it was. That was very, very frustrating in the moment and funny in retrospect to experience firsthand. All right.
Type 2 fun.
Yes. Okay. What has Clambino got for us? They got Tri-Slosher, they got the Carbon Roller Deco, of course, and then to offer paint, they have N-Zap and Splatter Shot. I think the only... Okay, so they have double Trizuka.
Okay.
They have double Trizuka and double Cooler.
That's very interesting.
That is very interesting.
I mean, they have...
Double Cooler can help just like trying to overwhelm pressure by just sort of brute forcing.
Yeah.
Just throwing bodies in. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's 3 down. So
yeah.
So
there's the hammer.
Going to get the first push here. They got to 63.
Nice.
Oh, good pick on Rowan by Arch.
Yeah, Arc
Did they
should
see
probably
it?
jump out. Yeah. Okay, with the
that was a
back
good jump out. That was
yeah.
that was a cooler jump out, is what that was.
Very
That
cool.
is another angle to play double cooler, is just being a lot smarter about
yeah, you can
the dapple duel's just overwhelming there. But double cooler can also be very good. That was some good that was a good strafing there. They have taken it to the checkpoint, so they were behind the line of action. They did lose, I think, at least 1 or 2 people to the Rainmaker shield explosion there. That's tough. Sid does get a trade. Oh, good coverage with Carly as a backup option with the Tri-Slosher to just, you shall not pass. There's still somebody on their plat. I'm saying that like I'm trying to call out for Navino, but I'm just trying to.
Well, we are rooting for probably a bit biased.
I'm happy rooting for an underdog on this occasion. If Clambino can get a game, I love that for them. Genuinely. Okay, they still haven't. Okay, now they've popped it. And it looks like they're just gonna let it reset there. Oh, hammer coming in though. Okay. The splash stun will get them there. They need to. Oh, they're a bit. Okay, the Rainmaker has been reset. I was worried that they were going a bit too far forward, letting people get letting one too many people get behind them, and that they might get behind a push, like a sneaky push that happens. Now we got Sid running it.
We got the drinks out. That's good for.
Yep. Oh, three Trizuka misses. They were going directly for the Rainmaker there. I could tell.
Oh,
good wipeout. Okay.
They got drinks as well.
And yep, of course they hopefully do. They got the double. Oh, Tim does go down. They didn't lose anybody there.
Nope.
Oh, almost to the checkpoint. Almost.
They still got momentum. They have the
Zuka. They have the Zuka. Tricky angle to.
Oh, I think they got it though.
Test from here. They did. Yes. They've done a good job of countering the range. These Trizukas have been the best special use we've seen so far.
Mac has
I had questions about this comp, but I saw the potential, and it's clearly there. They've done well. Okay, they've pushed over the barrier now. Oh, Arch going down. Oh, trying to stop, but this might be it right here. Oh, the Trizuka's. Oh, no.
Trizuka got it.
Nope, Trizuka right at the last minute. Good clutch there. Oh, Clave, I think trying to just get through, trying to get behind everybody, but when you try to do that, sometimes people see you.
Yeah.
Oh,
try striking or
covering there. Probably,
one.
I think was trying to either just get it off of their plat, or I think they were trying to actually get it into the pit there and reset it.
Ah.
Good coverage. It's a 4v2. Oh, but Sid's still in behind. Splash down. Does trade with Arch there. Where is the? Oh, it's on the. Okay, it's on the awning. Oh, and here comes Timothy.
Yeah,
this could be trouble. Oh no, they did lose the Rainmaker. Clave came in and was able to get the pick.
And I'm not sure
25
what to say.
seconds
It's
left.
just like very intense.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. The other Rainmaker, Sid has the Rainmaker. They do fall to the Tri-Slosher. Good Tri-Slosher there by Carly. Timothy getting around, but is able to defend.
Man, what is gonna? Yeah, they gotta get it.
Yep.
Okay, now we're gonna go in overtime. Oh, they're 3 down.
Carly, going.
They gotta get the checkpoint though and get it.
I believe. Oh, good pick. They lost it in front.
Shoot.
That was a game. That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It felt properly competitive.
Yes.
That comp.
That was very good.
Has a lot of potential for them, both in this 5th game, which is going to be on Scorch.
Yes.
And in the next LAN.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good comp.
Yes,
just by how they were playing.
Usually I was like, I see double tactical, I'm like, oh, that's not going to work at all. But no, just the strategy of just like being able to respawn as often as you can just was very helpful.
Their Trizuking was also quite good.
Yes, there were some very good hits, especially like
game-saving hits at the end as well.
Yeah.
I think just being able to have like 3 shots, three shots at getting a pick with something, that's really handy. And then again, also having coolers always available to either provide jumps out, which they did make good use of, and to provide them to like the speed they need to get into a good position and really take advantage of that. And if they get picked before they can use it, they respawn and they have it full, ready to go.
Yep.
Smart composition for their weapons, and they've gone for clams on Scorch. Okay.
So we're going through all the modes in this one.
Yes, we have. We've done Rainmaker twice, but it's going to be every single mode. That's good. And I like that we are doing the full 5 games of every single set, just because of the practice it provides, and the fact that you get reps against every other team, hopefully in every other mode.
Yes.
That's a really good idea. I think we had a lot. I think that the tournament had a lot of time constraints last time because there were 6 teams.
Yes.
There were just more sets to play, so we were always running up on time.
This time it's a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, we have a time surplus, and having it so people get more practice against every single team, that's a good use of that surplus. All right, here we go.
We are in Scorched Gorge.
I see the well string out, and we're sticking with it. We're sticking with the exact.
It worked well last time.
Yeah, exact same stuff that worked last time. This is also a solid comp for this mode as well. The double clams is really good. There's also another dimension of it that you can use for being able to jump in clams.
Yes.
Which, when you have cooler, the jumps become kind of uncontestable.
Yeah, you can just zip around the entire map in here.
So there's a lot of potential for ways that this can be used as well. Arch was over top there with an overseer. Oh, Carly went down. I think to a bomb. Whoa!
I'm not even sure what happened there.
Yeah, I felt like I was fully paying attention and I just missed it. Okay, I just realized this is a double stamp comp that they're using. So it's not the triple stamp that they brought out against us, but it's quite similar. We still have the splashdown Explosher, and then we have a V stamper as a bit of a flex pick. So because that's what this team needs, right? Is in more ways to get in.
Yeah.
Okay, good pick from Sid. Oh, getting behind. I'm gonna call it out. Oh, the splashdown, and didn't even have to trade there. That was good.
Yeah, I feel like Triple Max should have, like, if they had a super clam, they probably would have.
Yeah, I think they have enough clams to have at least 1, if not 2, power clams by now. Okay, they're okay. Yeah, they're showing the wealth. There's 1 in, and now they're just gonna kind of clear it out and give everybody a chance to get in, ideally, and get picks. Oh
wow!
Mistimed that a bit, and yeah, Arch is a tricky person to contest the jump for, just because of how quick he is on that.
Well,
but Clambino got a push back. I didn't even.
Yep, no, they're taking the lead.
They turned that around very quickly. Understood that everyone would be forward on their team, and if they let it expire, they could just immediately repush. Okay, we got Arch. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think it just ran out of ink.
Yeah.
It looked like they tried to. I think they did try to jump out, but yeah, they made. I'm not sure if they got in time or if they might have just fumbled the button press as well, because they didn't even collapse when they were down. They were in kid form.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
they canceled the hammer.
Yep. Good cancel with the Tri-Slosher.
Oh,
Trying to push the issue. They gotta get past the range here, though.
Yeah.
They gotta get past the range if they're gonna get another push. And they can't quite do that. That jump's gonna get covered as well.
Yeah.
And that's 3 down. The momentum could really swing back here.
Yeah.
This and Rainmaker are the two big ones with momentum.
And also, Driftwood Mac has all their specials.
They sure do. Here comes Snap. Good cancel. They got the Zuka out.
I think
Threatening. Oh, they got the pick, I think, there. Or they might have thrown it. Oh, good bomb.
Nice.
Good bomb to cover the jump. Oh, but the Luna coming in.
Yeah.
Luna coming in with the double pick there. It's a 3v2. Here comes the Stamp. Taking any stragglers that are trying to defend the basket right at the basket. Oh, there's here. Oh, good picks from Tim. They do get that second push, and they are going to get lead here with a minute to go. This team.
The 2 of them are down.
Okay,
They could take it back though.
Yeah, they have stopped. Driftwood Mac has retreated a bit, but Driftwood Mac also can retreat again with the range.
Yeah, they can just hang out.
With the
in their
range that they
base
have and the lead that they have, narrow as it is, they are fully. They seem fully comfortable just letting this go to time, getting the picks that they can, and just kind of going. Ooh, Clave in a tricky spot, trying to get out with the power climb, and does. 2 power climbs on that side.
Okay.
That's
they
means
could.
2 people marked.
They could get it.
They could. It's a 3v3. Oh, the stab coming in
Both are.
to fully close it off, and that jump is going to be covered.
Yeah.
And that's as soon as those power climbs are gone. That is it. Driftwood Mac.
Yep.
20-0.
Wow.
This team establishing itself again as the high watermark for the 3rd LAN next month. It is theirs. It is theirs. It is up to the other teams at this in this season to contest it and to take it away from them.
Yes.
Man.
Looks like we're organizing the next
And
one.
yep,
for
and
round
we're going to the last one.
right.
Right. I think I need to immediately go play. I think right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to that because last time I was like, I'm done. I can really just like fully chill and take my mind off of the game. And now I go back into, okay, let's take a look at the rounds and what comps can I do, and I got to get back into that mindset.
Well, you're playing Splat Zones, I think.
We are playing Splat Zones Manta Maria. I like that map.
It's a good map.
High tier map and comp for me. It's been fun.
Yes.
I'm glad I could get on for the one set where I was on break again. Yeah, thanks again for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Cheers.
And welcome back to our final set of the season, LAN 2 of season 9 of Ice Rink.
Yep, final set. I'm excited to see it.
Yep, I'm sitting here with Puddle Duck. You've just got off a nice streak.
Yes, we did. Last team, they gave us a run for our money there. But
Yep.
Yeah, that last one in particular, we were sweating on that clams match. But
Yep. How's it been feeling this LAN? How's
it's been. I mean, I don't know if you've seen most of our games, but we've been doing pretty dang well.
Any methodology behind your team sort of setup, your comp? How's it been running on your team's end?
That's a good question. So me and Sydney are both like backline players, so we've kind of been swapping back and forth. And if we feel comfortable, we're doing backline at the same time. But Lunar is kind of our MVP in my eyes. He kind of went crazy. Some of his KD ratios they're something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And any. So having played against both the teams that we're going to be seeing here, Shelton John and Nautical Romance. How's it been feeling playing against those teams? Anyone that you're keeping an eye on?
I want to say Shelton John was a little scary, especially Kaz with his tent, and he was also playing Elite earlier today as well, and he was sort of keeping me in check with that. I remember one particular play where I was trying to use Ultra Stamp against him, and he shot me through like the front of the hammer. That's not supposed to happen. I'm supposed to get him with that. But.
And then how about Nautical Romance? Anyone you're keeping an eye on from their team?
Well, Arch definitely. The serial sharker. I'm always deathly afraid of his Carbon. I have to look around every single corner.
Yep, definitely have seen some really good plays with that Carbon, running Ninja Squid on that.
Yeah, and otherwise, I remember I died to bombs a lot of times, especially Sam. I can't remember exactly which weapon he was playing, but it had suction bombs, and I died to those a few times, and control dogs as well. So.
Yeah. But looks like our first map here is going to be Splat Zones on Manta Maria.
All right.
Now having played a few sets, what would your pick on that be?
Personally, I'm a Stringer enjoyer, and I've gotten a fair few good matches with Tri-Stringer. I like to set up, if you can picture the right-hand flank, sort of just right of mid, and you shoot over the piece of cover to the other snipe. It's pretty nasty. People don't usually expect that with Stringer. But yeah, for zones specifically, I'm not too sure. This is a double zone map, so
Yep.
you could
one of the few ones of those.
Yeah, something with burst bombs perhaps. You could cheese it with one. It seems like.
Yeah, and just given the layout of this map, I feel like mid-range tends to shine the most here. There's definitely a very solid place for long range though.
Yeah,
I find as someone who plays Tri-Slosher, I sometimes find it difficult to find footing on this map, especially playing Splat Zones.
Yeah, and definitely those grates in the middle are something to keep an eye out for as well. I think blasters can tend to excel there, or rather under the grates, I suppose. You can shoot up at the people that are trying to set up there.
Yeah, definitely advantageous to get the high ground, but you're definitely not safe up there. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Yeah. What kind of specials do you think are?
I feel like anything that can deny area. So I feel like Kraken could be really strong here.
Yeah.
Ink strikes are going to be really strong here. Missiles, definitely. I mean, missiles are always good for zones, I find.
Yeah, I want to say strikes specifically because I'm not sure. You could probably cap one of the zones just immediately with one of the tri-strikes.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll see both teams try to run a tacticooler.
Yep.
Especially on a map like this,
plan.
where you need to be moving around a lot. This is definitely a map that little extra speed burst from the cooler is gonna serve your team pretty well here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious to see if there will be beacons as well. There's a lot of good corners and nooks and crannies that you can stick one of those. I know Kaz likes to stick those in places that are hard to reach.
Yep, for sure. And
If he goes tent, that is.
I'm trying to think what else. Tank, maybe. It's just I feel like the spaces for a tank to set up on a map like this are a bit more limited than some of the more open maps.
Yeah. I'm also curious to see if we'll get any nasty flanks on the right side. You know, that little paintable wall there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I love seeing those.
for sure. And it looks like we're going to be hopping in right away.
Alrighty.
So we will see what comps these guys ended up going with. And it looks like, ooh, two.
Oh, interesting.
Tri-sloshers. Interesting.
We've got
Definitely see that tent out, but
Yeah, we've got a Tacticooler on the side of, which team is that? That is Nautical Romance.
yep, definitely feel like two very aggressive comps right here.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a single backliner here? I don't think there is.
I guess Nautilus. But
Yeah, that's probably the longest range we've got here.
and I would say tent, but I don't think. I guess blob would probably be the best.
In a lobby like this, tent counts as backline.
Backline blob. Let's see how it works
Yeah.
out. But
Shelton
Shelton
Struggling
John
to paint their feet, and they're down.
getting zones early, but looking to
Alright, yeah, we're seeing a lot of blue on this map.
yeah.
And the tri-strikes too,
Oh.
gotta watch out for that.
And yep, lots of
Oh wow, I'm
coordinating and
surprised
specials
that,
on that one.
that Jet is alive.
And they
Alright, we've got a
are
neutral
able
lance
to
here.
neutral and
Okay, here we go. This is their chance if Bailey can stay alive.
Ooh,
And
good
that's
spot
a
there.
nice pick. Alright, and they get to keep the zone because of that.
But yeah, Shelton John gets an early point lead, but definitely not something that's impossible to come back from.
Yeah, certainly
for
not,
Nautical
especially
Romance.
If Nautical Romance can keep this hold here.
And
Sam is trying to go for something sneaky here.
Yeah.
I approve of this strategy. Yeah, get him.
It's working. It's working.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, and Kaz is the last up for his team.
Yep.
Is he going to be able to provide jumps at all? Oh,
Ooh,
nice pick on Bailey
good
there.
pick. Ooh.
Yeah,
I
you
figured
can
he would go back on that, but nope, going
Yeah,
pushing
you
forward.
can see him playing around his tent like that. You can tell he's got a lot of experience with that thing.
No, Kaz's tent, definitely a known quantity in the community here,
Yeah.
and definitely something that a lot of teams need to figure out an answer for.
Yeah, just because he's last up doesn't mean he's out of the running.
And
Got a Nautical Romance cap. There it is.
Yep.
And they have no penalty, which is a little scary.
and they're gonna look to keep ticking that clock down a little bit there. Coming in on the left there with the tent and the blob lobber. And
It's
they
a
get
risky
called
spot for
out.
Tomic. I don't know if
and
he's
yeah,
going to be able to make it out of there. No.
Nowhere you can really go in that spot there.
Okay, that is a very strong position for Nautical Romance there.
Yep. And yeah, Nautical Romance, 30 points left.
They got to start painting soon. Okay, they've got a splashdown.
Shelton John looks like they might be trying to build some special.
Yeah, you
Here
got to
comes
go for that cap there. And the
neutralizes-
left zone too. And
there's
the cap, and that's a nasty penalty for Nautical Romance.
Yep, but still in a commanding league, though Shelton John does not have much penalty to tick through, so they're going to be able to start ticking down their own clock pretty quick here.
I'm loving the back and forth here. Now comes the Sippy.
Yeah. Tomac goes down.
Some great movement by Sam.
Yep.
Avoiding the bombs and whatnot.
Ooh.
Oh, and over the tent. Yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah.
And, yep.
Yeah, Sam's got some good positioning here with that Tri-Slasher. He knows that the Greats are going to be powerful for this weapon.
Yep, and using the pillar there in the middle to
Yeah, anybody below
recharge.
him right now should be terrified.
And there's the capture. Nautical Romance taking down their clock, giving Shelton John a bit of a penalty there. Shelton John looks like they're going to be pushing back in.
Right, minute 30 left. We need to see some blue paint in mid.
Oh.
Oof, right around the tent, and that's a wipeout.
Yep, Shelton John, assuming they are not able to cap, is got time for maybe one more push here.
Okay, they're setting up a push on the right side there, though. Are they going to be able to get that cap? Oh, the splashdown, though. Well, with 1 minute left, and there's about 20 points left on the board-ish, give or take.
And yep, they got one chance to do a push right
and
here.
I don't see any specials on the board, although
They do get two down.
Oh, here comes the
They
vac.
do have the neutralize.
Get that paint, come on.
Ooh,
okay.
they capped it. All right.
It's not over yet.
Shelton John's
And they're
still very
two
much in this
down
game.
Still. Okay.
And they are two down. Here comes the oop.
Okay, it is not over for Shelton John here. 25 seconds left on the clock.
And almost through their penalty there, they're going to be able to start getting this match closer than Nautical Romance is going to want it to be, but
Yeah, look at this. imagine
And
Nautical Romance is starting to panic here a little bit.
Yep. They're 2 down. But they got
as
5.
long as they keep the paints up there, they win.
And there it goes.
Look at that comeback! Wow, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of comebacks today in some of the matches we've been seeing.
Yeah, certainly. Man, it is fun to watch these two. They seem quite evenly matched.
And wow, just able to hold it down, just coordinate, get their specials out, hold down the zones there, and yeah, just really solid play all around from both teams there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you could really see, I believe it was Shelton John, setting up that last push. It seemed like they really knew what they were doing. They were all pushing it at the same time, got 1 or 2 picks, and they were able to paint the whole zone from there.
For sure, yeah, and gives them off to an early lead in the set here, but this is only match 1, so it still can go either way. Our next map looks like it's going to be Bluefin Depot, one of the more vertical maps, one of the newer maps.
I'm not a big fan of this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
No, the elevators are annoying.
I have definitely fallen into the water more on this map than any other map, and
more than Mahi Mahi?
More than Mahi Mahi,
Whoa,
easily.
Okay.
It is. I don't know, the spacing on this one definitely throws me off.
Yeah. That first jump over the
It's like, wait, there's no floor here.
Yeah, exactly.
But we will see. I am interested to see what they go for.
I hope it's clams.
Clams are kind of janky on this map, but I think that's part
it
of
would
the
be
draw.
funny, though.
That's the draw. But
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think.
But we will see. If it were solely your pick, what would your go-to be here?
I'm trying to remember. I think tower control. Does it have the tall tower on this map? Or is it either tall or short? I can't remember.
Would not. I don't know that I've done tower on this.
Yeah, I think it's like it's. I might be completely hallucinating here, but I'm pretty sure it's the tall tower.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm a tower control enjoyer. As a player of blasters, it's pretty powerful.
Well, it looks like we did in fact get our wish. They are going to go for clam blitz
here. Let's go! I approve of that.
With the elevators in play on this map, it is certainly going to be interesting to see how they build around it. There is a wall you can swim up, but you're pretty open on that wall. So
I like to use a splash wall on this specifically. If you throw it onto like the back of the elevator, and then as it goes up, you have that little bit of protection. Or I suppose if Kaz is going tent as well, that sort of achieves the same thing.
Yeah, I could definitely see them. The tent definitely be a pretty solid pick here.
Yeah.
I feel like. I know we saw 2 very aggressive comps. I feel like we're going to see both of them move back to a degree. Maybe not entirely, but definitely feel like both teams are going to be trying to focus more on mid here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a charger or 2 come out, or some blasters as well. They like to sit up over the ledges, or underneath the ledges rather. And shoot up
range
over
definitely could play pretty good here.
Yeah, there is I think a place for those more aggressive frontline weapons too, especially if you go for that right side flank. The elevator, it's not quite by the clam basket, but if you're not watching that, that's a pretty nasty flank.
Yeah, definitely, and definitely something both teams are going to need to keep in mind as they sort of finalize their comps here. A few seconds left on the board, and we will be into it.
Yeah. Here we go. Battle time.
We are loading in. Keeping that tri-slot.
Not quite as much range as I was expecting. Okay, no chargers at all.
Interesting. No chargers, no blasters.
All right, so I am curious to see if we'll be going for that flank then.
Yeah, both Nautical Romance in particular, but both teams opting for pretty close range. Not too much change on the side of Shelton John, but
yeah.
Nautical Romance definitely trying something a little bit different here.
Kaz back in the corner there. Is he going to be able to get out? I guess we'll never find out.
Got a little bit of back and forth, one down on each side. Here comes the ink strikes. And riding that elevator up, back up top.
Yeah, we've got a 1 power climb on the board. And wow, okay. Ooh. That's a pretty quick score.
Yep.
On a map like this.
Looks like Ibo snuck through, was able to get that first climb pushed in.
Kaz gonna use
Okay,
that
yeah,
tent to
here
get
comes Kaz.
at least 1 or 2
He's
more
got
on
a
the
vac
board.
ready. I wonder. Yeah, I was waiting for that
There
to
it
come out.
is. And
Oh, he got one with the explosion, and oh my,
whoa,
Kaz is going
Kaz.
crazy up here. His reign of terror is over. But that push though, 74, it's not too bad.
Yep. And obviously harder to defend when you got someone up in your base causing some chaos like that.
Yeah,
so.
certainly. Yeah, Atomic trying to get some paint down.
Yep. That's got the rain coming down as well.
Gonna want to watch that right side, yeah.
Yep.
I see. Oh, okay. Power climb user goes down.
And Samurai coming in, gonna be riding that. Oh, trying.
Going for that right flank. Ooh, that looks a little spicy. Yeah, I would back up if I were him too.
Yep. Good call there. Good call there for sure.
Yeah. Oh, taking it all the way back.
Yep.
Better safe than sorry, especially if you're 2 down at this point.
Yeah. Last up, decided to move back, wait for the team. Obviously, you can't make a solo push on that.
Oh, watch for that bomb.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've been in that situation countless times.
I mean, it's sometimes you're focused.
Wait, there's a rail there? I did not know that.
I do know some of the maps went through some recent changes, so that may or may not be one of the said recent changes. I've unfortunately not had as much time to get into it lately as I would have liked, but I know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, we've got a lot of power climbs on the board.
Yep,
Nautical Romance has 3. If they can get a push here, that's going to be devastating.
Yep, got their clams up.
Although they're 2 down.
Move.
Sam going for that flank, although he's going to have to keep in mind he's marked. Okay, yeah. Nice. Good jump out.
Yep, tried to take him out there maybe.
Yeah, I got to dance around that
Go on
tent
top.
there. And with the with the vac.
Vacuum this, he says.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Kaz will not die here. Yeah, that just. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think with a tent matchup like that, you kind of have to go 2v1 there.
Yeah.
Because if he's looking at you with that tent, there's not much you can do about it.
And they're still got their clams there in mid, just looking for that opportunity to crack them open and make a decent push.
Yeah, it's
using the missiles to.
Notoriously hard to score on this map.
Yeah.
Oh, here
definitely.
goes Sam. Although that blob is going to be watching him.
Yep.
And he gets the pick. He's low.
But,
oh, close one, close one.
Looks like they're trying to do some sort of pincer movement here.
Yeah, they're 2 for 2 now. I'm curious to see.
And
All right, there's the score. Will they be able to get the lead here? They just need a couple.
Yeah.
One more? Or actually 2, yeah.
Yep, they have the wipe. That should be.
They just need 2. Arch trying to keep the defense up.
They're
and
able
they
to take that lead.
They did get lead there with a minute 15 left. Oh, and Sam is coming in. Can he get it before it closes? No, it hit the sippy. No.
It bounced off the cooler.
And his own sippy too. It was their team. That is tragic.
It's still there.
Oh, and watch for that shark. Oh my goodness. Okay.
They were really going for that, but I don't think they're going to be able to.
Ooh. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm listening to these guys call us. So you can really hear the danger in their
There's
voice.
definitely some intensity.
Yeah. Oh, Sam's got 7. If he gets one more,
table.
then he could be able to score here.
Oop.
No, not quite.
Gets double teamed there.
Looks like that may be the. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
that is that
close one,
gap I was
Ivo.
talking about earlier.
Playing with
I've
fire
died
there.
so many times on that gap.
Kaz with the. Oh, I really thought the ink drive was gonna save him there. Ooh. Oh, this splashdown. Yo.
Ooh, good use of the dodge roll there. Just
Keeping that
keeping
power climb
the
alive.
climb alive.
And there's a wipeout.
They're gonna.
Kaz is gonna score. Are they gonna get lead here?
There's
They just need a few.
oh,
Two clans, that's all they
more,
need, but
two
I
more.
think nobody's up there anymore. I think
don't
that's
think-
going to be it. Overtime is ticking down, and no one's around.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be it.
Wow.
Ooh, almost takes it back in the last minute there, but
That was
but
incredible.
Nautical Romance able to hold on, keep control, get the splats they need, and deny that final
Wow.
push.
This is like the most fun I've had watching Splatoon. And
watching close games.
yeah, exactly. Sorry. Oh man, I'm just thinking about that power climb again. That when they hit the sippy and bounced off.
Yeah. I mean, it's with everything going on. We got 7 other players all setting up their own stuff. Stuff like that
Yeah,
happens.
chaos
more than you think.
ensues.
Yep.
Definitely. But
But looks like our next map is going to be Mako Mart.
All right.
Definitely one of the more neutral maps, I'm feeling. I could easily see them go for zones on this one.
Yeah, Zones Mako is like
One of the quintessential
yeah, exactly. It's like
default
gold
picks.
standard kind of thing.
Yep. Towers, I also feel is quite popular here.
Yeah. Honestly, all of them. Mako Mart's just a really solid map all around. Yeah, it's almost like it's just really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what they do go for their counter. Both teams at one win, fairly evenly matched. So I feel like Shelton John here is going to try to just play to their own strengths.
Yeah. And it's been working for the most part.
Yep.
I mean, both these games have been super close.
Yeah. Looks like they're going for zones.
All right. I don't blame them for that. That's a good pick.
Do you think we see Kaz stick on that 10 here?
I would bet that he would stick to it, yeah.
Yep.
10 is super powerful for zones. Question is he going to go for the other kit, the Trizuka kit?
Interesting.
Although I think beacons can be pretty useful on this map.
Yep, definitely some corners to get those beacons shoved in. Definitely a lot of opportunities to be sneaky here. I guess assuming they stick around with that, how do you think the other team, or the other members of the team rather, build off of that?
Well, I know I said this last time, but blasters. Kaz infamously hates blasters.
Yep.
Yeah, or that and tri-sloshers. There's a number of potential counters to a 10 like that. But yeah, I'm curious to see if they'll end up going for that.
Yep, we've seen some Blob. I feel Blob is very strong on this map as well.
Blob, yeah. I like to do well string. If you shoot a well string shot right in front of the tent as it's going out, the tent goes over it and then it explodes and it kills whoever's behind it.
Interesting.
Love doing that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if we have any well string players here, so we're probably not going to see that. But
yeah, be interesting to see regardless.
Yeah.
I feel like Explo could see some pretty decent play. Sloshing.
Yeah, certainly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, shooters are always just generally good to have, but
yeah, definitely. Zippy, I would bet.
One of the more mid-range ones I could see getting a lot of play here. Crab definitely would be a very solid pick here.
Yeah, Crab is quite solid.
Yeah.
For zones, it's a pretty big zone if I recall.
Yeah, got sort of that cross shape to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Looks like we're about to hop in right here.
Let's see our comps. We
Yep,
do have an Explo. We got a couple swords.
And
Tent, Blob.
Dooley. Yep. No major changes on the side of Shelton John, but Nautical Romance really changing up their comp on this one.
Yeah, we've got a lot of paint on both sides. The Explo and the double sword are both pretty solid. And the initial cap goes to Shelton John. Although there's 3 on them there, yeah.
Yeah. Here comes the hammer.
And here comes... Ooh, Kaz comes behind with the 10 shot. And they're probably going to be able to recap here.
Yep, definitely.
Control dog goes down, I believe, in the back corner. Okay, very strong lead for Shelton John here. That is 3 down on the side of Nautical Romance.
And looks like Nautical Romance going to build some special before they try to push back into that. The smart play here, I think.
Yep. I like to see if Sam can get in here with that hammer, because that's super deadly if you can catch him by surprise. And he's going for the snipe. Oh, not quite, but they did get 1 down. And, okay, another pick. This is exactly what Nautical Romance needed.
And,
oh my, oh wow. Just about.
Trades there, 2 for 1 though.
Okay, and Nautical Romance is able to secure the cap. Pretty solid lead on the side of Shelton John, but oh, watch out for the hammer.
Here it comes.
Is that not quite.
And Samurai getting backed into a corner there.
All right, Sam, can he get that?
And
yeah, he's certainly keeping the pressure on.
Yep. It goes down there.
Okay, and they're down. But he bought his team some valuable time.
Absolutely. And I think that's going to be a cap
contested
for
zone, and Shelton John is back in control. They've got
that vacuum up.
Penalty, but not the hugest penalty in the world.
Definitely something that won't take too much effort to chew through, but Sheldon John does have a very commanding lead, and they don't have much of a penalty either right now. So
this hammer needs to be successful.
Yep, gets one.
Okay, gets one pick, and this is okay. There we go. Nautical Romance
pushing right now.
Gets it back. Look at that aggression. Can he get this? Yeah, look at that. Sam is putting in some work here.
Yep. And just holding down mid, trying to get some in control back. Yeah, good jump out.
Tactical jump out.
Definitely didn't want to get stuck on that side right there.
All right, Nautical Romance is approaching lead here. Those strikes are going to cap just like that.
Good play by Ibo right there.
Yeah, it goes to show how powerful those tri-strikes can be on a map mode like this.
Ooh.
Watch for that right side flank. And look at that. The decaf gameplay. It's crazy.
Yeah. And
they're going to have to paint this zone a bit.
Got that jet ready. Here it comes. And
yeah, got to watch out. Very nice. Okay.
And
contesting the zone. Okay. Nautical Romance.
Cap, but
Kaz jumps out in the nick of time. Looks like he jumped to a beacon of his. Sam goes down to that blob.
Here comes the blobs. Definitely looking to build up that rain. Use that for a push, probably. Yep, and here it comes.
And Nautical Romance was fairly close to a lead there, but the penalty gets applied. Again, not a huge penalty, but
it's very, very back and forth. Not seeing a lot of penalty in play here. And Shelton John about to chew through theirs and start counting down that clock again.
Yeah, here we go. 30 points on the board. We're going to need to see some paint pretty soon here.
Yep. But
and Nautical Romance is 2 down.
2 down.
I'm not so sure about this.
They got their cooler up, but
with 17 seconds, we need to start painting now.
Ooh, that's not the best place to throw that.
And I think that's going to be it for Shelton John. They're not gonna.
There it is. Yeah.
And that hammer coming on at the last second, but
it's just a couple seconds too late on that one. A little too late. But able to Sheldon John just able to hang on.
Keeping that paint up, keeping the pressure on.
Yep. A lot of back and forth there, but just able to get the picks where they need to and use that to keep winding that score down.
Yeah, definitely. And what do we got next, map wise?
We got Mahi Mahi.
Mahi, okay.
Looks like this is the set of easy to fall off of maps.
Yeah, I've definitely fallen off that map a great many times.
Definitely one of the smaller maps, even despite some of the recent changes made to it. Still a very small map, still a map that I feel short range excels on. But that said, a couple of really solid spots for long range to perch up in and do some real damage.
Yeah, and I think these teams are going to have to be pretty careful not to get wiped because this map, I mean, depending on the mode, of course, but this map can snowball quite easily.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Rainmaker in particular. Yep. That game can be over in seconds if you're not careful.
Yep, definitely easy to get pinned down here for sure. Looks like they're going to be going for zones, though.
Zones Mahi, all right. Trying to picture this in my mind. I think this has got the 2 sort of towers on the zone with a little pit underneath it.
Yep. It has been a while since I've seen zones on Mahi, so it'll be interesting to see how these teams tackle that.
Yeah, seen a lot of splat zones today, but I think both these teams are pretty. They have a high paint output, and so I don't blame them for choosing zones a lot.
Yeah, I am curious to see if we see any brushes come out here. I feel brushes really accelerate. Paintbrush in particular has the reach to get to some of those long range perches while still being able to do some pretty solid damage and hold its own up close.
Yeah, definitely. And those flanks you could go around the right side too, especially once the tide drops, and you can sort of set up beneath that ledge there. I think that's pretty powerful.
As you said, sloshers I think are also going to be a solid pick here.
Yep, definitely.
Try slosh for sort of the more Slayer one-on-one sort of play style, but I could definitely see the Sloshine or even something like the Dreadringer as a more tactical mid-range pick.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you can set up on top of one of those towers, then it's pretty powerful.
It'll be interesting to see what they go with here.
I'm not sure if we have any pencil players, but I think pencil can also be pretty powerful here. Especially,
for sure.
Given the zone, you can just cap it with 1 or 2 charges.
Yep. But we are hopping in right now.
And here we go.
Yep, we got a
We
Octobrush
do end up
right
seeing
there.
a blaster as well. And a sniper. Okay.
An E-leader, interesting. I would have felt like the E-leader might be a little too overkill for that, but
Yeah, E-leader, you could probably reach just about anywhere on this entire map, depending on where you set yourself up.
I feel like that's definitely a pick for the second half once the tide does go down. But
Yeah. All right,
But-
yeah, watch that laser.
Yep. And sometimes just the psychological effect of that laser is not something you can discount either.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Look at that! Straight through the hammer. That's not supposed to happen, Kaz.
Lots of. I can hear the chatter coming from both
Yes.
sides of the table right now. Nautical Romance currently in control, ticking down that clock. Sheldon John, not too far behind. Not much of a penalty here.
Yeah.
Just looking to build that special, build their specials and make a push.
Yeah, Nautical Romance is able to secure the lead here. Will they be able to maintain the cap? And Kaz gets a snipe. Okay, Nautical Romance gets the cap back, and their points are still ticking down.
Yep. Yeah. Got absolutely scary with that E-leader.
Yeah,
It's
no
just
kidding.
Eye of Sauron over the map right now.
What was it? Was that a sprinkler kill? Or a rain kill, maybe?
And there's a Kraken swimming around.
Ooh,
Good
right, okay.
bomb kill right there. Using the
With the
blaster
ranged blaster, yeah,
to
forcing
dislodge.
Kaz off of there.
Yep,
But that's a good spot to sit with a blaster.
absolutely. And
Yeah, especially if you already have the zone and you can just keep that pressure on and not let them set up.
go for a soda, might as well.
Yeah, yummy. Lemon flavor, perhaps.
Yep. Nautical Romance eating through their penalty, taking down their clock again. Again, both teams pretty evenly matched at this point. Tide has gone down at this point.
Nautical Romance is still ticking down. The neutralize. Okay, there
Good
we
use of
go.
the blob lava right there. Ooh, but it goes down to the Kraken.
Yeah.
And here comes the hammer.
Oh, he's dropping down. A little risky, I feel, but we'll see if it pans out.
And, I don't know.
Okay, I mean, he's
Samurai,
living,
you're
so.
surrounded right now,
Watch for that laser.
fighting for.
Man, he's living though. Look at him.
Fighting for his life.
Yeah.
But it's working. It's working. And here comes the
Oh,
hammer.
yo.
Oh.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, well done, well done.
Shelton John, 3 down.
Yeah,
Nautical Romance, pretty solid lead at the moment, but still a fair amount of time left in this game.
yeah, and that penalty is just about done, and those points are going to start ticking down, unless this tri-strike can cap the zone. But
Yeah.
I think the zone is a little too big for that.
Yep. And
Okay, there's
trading.
a trade there. That trade. Oh, okay. Nautical Romance is only 1 up. Okay,
There's the
a little more penalty, hanging on, and the brush drops down, gets a sneaky pick there.
Yep.
Although they're looking like a lot of blue paint there.
Ooh, there's the
Okay, Shelton John,
last little bit of the crack in there.
2 for 2, but that's going to go in favor of Shelton John. Are they going to be able to paint here? Yes, they
Ooh.
are. Okay, no lead for you.
And yeah, both teams more or less the same spot right now. Nautical Romance with a slight lead, but it's not going to take too much work for Shelton John to take over that. I feel like
Yeah.
one solid push from either side will be the thing that decides this game at this point.
Yeah, this has been very back and forth. I mean, just look at those scores. They're almost identical.
And here comes the rain.
1 minute left on the clock.
Yep.
Okay, Shelton John goes 2 down.
Yep. Ooh.
Okay, that's gonna be, that could be devastating for Shelton John here.
Yep. They know that hammer's coming.
Yeah, and
There
that
goes.
is just ticking down, and they keep going down. They're staggering a little bit here.
Yep. Gets knocked off there.
With 10 seconds left, Blue's gotta start painting.
Yep.
I think
that
that's-
might be it.
Unless?
Oh,
Unless?
oh,
Come
oh,
on.
Oh.
Oh, with the splashdown. Go, Shelton John, come on.
Yep.
Get that paint. Sorry, I'm not supposed to. I'm unbiased, I swear.
Ooh.
And there is
Shelton
the cap.
John staying in by the skin of their teeth there. 3 points left, but does give Nautical Romance a pretty sizable penalty to chew through.
And
but
we're headed into overtime here.
5 seconds left on the board. All they need to do is
Sam can cap this. And they get one pick. And that's going to be it. The last second cap there. That was almost an incredible comeback.
Yeah, looks like we're going to Game 5 on this one.
Game 5. Let's
Two
go.
very close teams. Two very evenly matched teams.
Yeah. It's 2-on-2 now, right? 2 wins.
2-2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow.
And our final map of the day is going to be Robo Ramen.
Okay, that's a good place to end, or to have a final game, I should say.
It'll be...
It's almost like there are 2 good maps in Splatoon.
Yeah, just 2, though. Yeah.
Bring back Schellendorf, right?
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on this map?
Schellendorf was too good.
I like this map quite a bit, actually. I like the dual level nature of it.
Yeah, it's got some nice verticality without I mean, I know the vertical map that I think of when I think of vertical maps is Flounder Heights, and I don't like that one.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Flounder Heights.
Yeah.
As a tri-slosher, I am not a fan of Flounder Heights.
Yeah, fair enough. But Robo Ramen does it tastefully. It's good.
But a decently sized map too. Definitely something I can see. It'll be interesting to see how the teams.
Okay, sounds like they're going to be going Rainmaker on this one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like I feel like both of the first checkpoints are pretty solid in their own respects here, depending on the situation.
Yeah. It has been a while since I've seen Rainmaker on this map, so I am not 100% sure.
So the first pedestal is like kind of just next to mid up the ramp, and then the second pedestal, or I should say the other first pedestal, is on the right drop off.
Right.
So yeah, if you're finding that the pressure's too hot on the ramp one, you can sort of just squid roll off to the side and then hope the other team doesn't get there fast enough. I know I've done that a few times, but it is a little harder to push from that second one because you have to jump up this pretty narrow flank up on the right. But if you're just going for check, then I feel it's pretty solid.
We will see. I feel like we're going to see 2 very balanced comps here.
Do you think Charger has any reign here?
I think that there's absolutely a use case for Charger here. There's definitely a lot of sight lines that Charger can thrive in.
Yeah.
I do feel Spladlings offer a little more versatility on a map like this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But at the end of the day, it's more so what is the player most comfortable with. And I feel like going with your comforts is going to be a little more consistent than maybe trying to pick something that's, in theory, slightly more ideal.
Yeah, certainly. I'm trying to like peek over and see. I don't want to spoil the comps yet until they come up.
But yeah, it'll be.
It's somewhat of a cheese strat, but I also like throwing a sprinkler up on the ramen bowl at the top of the map.
Oh yeah.
You know, it could be difficult or impossible to hit that if you're a shorter ranged weapon there. But
definitely just something that can annoy the other team, and
that's like a Splatfest strategy of mine. It's a little goofy, but I like it.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes being annoying, being a thorn in the other team's side is a pretty solid strategy here. But
all right, getting started here. Oh, a well string, interesting.
Okay. Yeah, definitely fairly balanced. Not a ton of range on the side of Romance.
Yeah. Okay. The pop gets that decaf there.
A little eager on the lunge on that one, but.
And yeah, Kaz being able to use that tent to push Rainmaker, I think it's only a matter of time here.
Yep.
Sam staying alive there.
But focuses too much on the hammer and not on the carrier there.
Yeah, and there is that checkpoint, and they have a that bomb.
And
yeah, this is a very strong setup here on the left-hand side.
Yep, Shelton going for it right now. They want to win right here.
The splashdown over top of the Kraken to get out of there. That was pretty smart.
Nautical Romance.
All right, reclaiming the Rainmaker there.
And Shelton John ready to set up their defensive line there.
Ooh. Okay, gets a pick on there. Shelton John
Good
getting
use of
another
the-
pick with that splashdown.
Good use of the splashdown.
Yeah, getting
right
a lot
there.
of use out of that splashdown. And Kaz pushing in deep with that tent.
Yep.
And it pays off. Look at that.
But
Oh, but Sam, he didn't see the flank there.
goes for the carrier there.
Yeah. All right, once again, we see a lot of back and forth here.
And here comes the hammer.
Can the hammer get the jet?
Nope.
Not quite. And
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
you gotta watch out for that.
Yet.
I think with the hammer especially, you really want to go for the element of surprise. Oh, and there's a wipeout,
Ooh.
and Shelton John is going to be able to get a really good push here, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get them super deep in, but definitely something they're going to be able to use to
Oh,
bump
look
their
at there,
score
it's
up.
snowballing.
Oh! That might
But
be
the
it.
Rainmaker is down, so they have to pop it again.
Yep. And
Nautical
they are-
Romance needs to set up a solid defense here.
Yep.
Okay,
Looks like
they
they're
did get
flanking,
one,
they're
or two
flanking.
actually.
And here comes the
Here we go.
Kraken.
I think this might be a dead push. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rainmaker is gone.
Ticks it down to 36 points left on the board. Nautical Romance has yet to score, but lots of time left in the match.
Yeah, they've got to go in quite deep.
But Shelton John has been doing a really good job of keeping them on the defense for the majority of this match.
Yeah, definitely.
And
That,
goes for the reset. Probably the smart play in this this case here.
jump in. Shelton John still has a commanding. Oh boy. Yeah, they have all of mid is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
Sam is able to get one and two. And oh, I'm not sure if you saw that jump behind him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Survive. I mean, with the dualies.
Yeah, I
With
guess
the
fair
dualies.
enough. The dodge roll there. Okay, Nautical Romance is 2 down now. And that Rainmaker is going to be okay. They got to
Yes.
trade, but
Trade's better than nothing.
the trade is better than nothing, indeed. But still no points on the board with a minute 25 left.
And they are holding it on the right side.
Trying to go for a.
And
Don't know what the play was there,
gets,
but
gets the pressure put on, and unfortunately cracks
yeah.
under it a little
It
bit
happens.
there.
It happens.
Trades with Kaz there.
Okay. Yeah, 1 down on both sides.
Oh,
Oh,
uses
the
the
Rainmaker
bubble.
pop.
And Nautical Romance on the board at this point.
But
Shelton John ready to answer on defense. Ooh.
okay, with 1 minute left, it's I think it'd be tough to grab checkpoint and get past it as well. They just need one good push here.
They are holding back.
Okay,
for a
Rainmaker's
good
down.
opportunity.
And the two zippies coming out there, getting the.
Got a beer in each hand. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, 20 seconds left. We've got to start getting some control in mid here. Bailey going in deep. They get one pick, a trade, but they are 2 down.
Yeah, it's this is not the point
And
of the game. where you
Shelton
wanna
John
be
is in
trading.
possession of the Rainmaker. I think they're just gonna sit back here.
Yeah,
and,
no, they're just gonna hang back.
Unless yo.
No easy win for you. You gotta
No.
fight for it.
Although I'm not sure anyone's up there. I think that is a win for Shelton John.
Yep.
All right, and that's the set.
Yeah, really good set, really close games.
Yeah,
but just Shelton
super
John
close.
just able to hang on to it at the very end there. Got that solid lead and was just able to keep Mighty Nautical Romance
Yeah.
on defense. And
Yeah, fantastic. I think both teams played very, very well in this set.
for sure. But lots of fantastic sets today.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, just
Yeah.
good games all around. Thank you very much for
Games.
joining us.
Absolutely.
That's gonna wrap it up for our LAN today. But we will see you at the next one on August. On a Sunday in August. If I want to say it's the second last one, but we will see you as we get closer. But for today, thank you for joining us, and have a good one.
Bye, everybody.